Hello and welcome to FAI TV with me, Kieran Crowley. Join me here live from the Showgrounds in Sligo as Cockhill Celtic make their way off the pitch for the training session, pre-match training session, as we look ahead to kick-off here at 2 o'clock. Cockhill Celtic in their first ever FAI Intermediate Cup Final. Incredible from them to reach this stage of the competition. The first ever in a showing club to reach this stage of the competition. And they're against the defending champions, Rockmount. Rockmount, who beat Bluebell last year, of course, will be looking for consecutive FAI Intermediate Cup titles. An incredible achievement if they can do it. We spoke to both managers and players before the game this week at FAI headquarters, and you can watch the interviews now. Eddie, we're looking ahead to the FAI Intermediate Cup Final on Sunday. You're back again. You're making a habit of this.
Yeah. Look, a huge occasion again. Proud of the lads getting it to where we are. We had a great year last year, and
the progression. Victories come through it.
You do. Look, you need to play well. You need to rub the green.
Victories come through it.
You do. Look, you need to play well. You need to rub the green. Refereeing decisions. There's a whole lot of factors in the games, in this competition especially. In all my years in football, I've never seen a competition that can throw up surprises and shocks and difficult ties, and nothing's given. Nothing's gimme. And again, the cup run we've had, we were away to Bonaghy in the first round. We had 9 men for the last 40 minutes, which was a phenomenal result. That we then beat Liffey, where our goalkeeper Harry saved the penalty in the game. You know, wee moments like that. The way to Avondale was a serious tough test, which we came through. I felt we played really well that day. You know, so again, they're all tough games.
And in particular, obviously, the semi-final against Ringmahon. Ringmahon, massive club. What was the mentality going down there on that day, and how did you motivate the players in such a day?
Look, the players are motivated week in, week out anyway. Look, they want to get results. Obviously, going to Cork is difficult. Ringmahon had a very, very good side. Away from home is tough, you know. But we focused on ourselves, and we focused on how we can set up and do our jobs and do them well, and take the sort of emotion and nerves out of it. Which, in fairness, on the day they did that, and it was a very good game of football. It was tough. It could have went either way. Thankfully, we got the goal and were able to hold on, and I think over the 90 minutes probably just shaded it.
And finally, obviously, now looking ahead to the final against the holders, Rockmount. What's it going to take to put your name on the trophy?
I think it's going to be tight. The game's going to be tough. They're obviously the holders. They're obviously at this moment in time the top team in the country at this level, and rightly so. They have a fantastic group of players. I think they have 5-6 amateur internationals. So for one club to have that at this level is fantastic, and they must be doing a hell of a lot of things right. They're top of a very, very tight league. So they are. So look, we'll need a lot of luck, but we also have a belief within our squad that we can really match them and give it a go, you know.
Well, good luck on Sunday, Gary.
Thanks very much, Kieran.
James, we're here ahead of the FAI Intermediate Cup Final on Sunday, of course. It's done so well to get to the final. What has it meant to the players to get there?
Yeah, it's meant a lot to them. We're all looking forward to it now, and we've trained really hard, and it's been a tough run. We've travelled quite a bit, so we're looking forward now to get to the final.
It's been a difficult route to the final, like you said. You have travelled quite a bit. Successive ones down to Munster as well. Those are tough trips to do. What's it taken from the group?
Yep, it's a 2-day job, but that we travelled down the night before, and we prepare well. So it kind of suits us when we travel. I think we're all together and we bond well, and I think that's why we're getting the results at the minute.
You've obviously been able to keep a couple of clean sheets on the way to the final as well. How impressed defensively have you been throughout the route to the final?
Yeah, defence has been very good. Well, we kind of defend from the front, to be honest. The boys up front work very hard, and we just Lee McColgan, who's been with the amateur team, he's really helped us. He's come on over the last few years. He's very steady. Peter was in the amateur team too, also a great defender, and he's a bit of a leader at the moment. Lee,
of course, who scored the winning goal against Ringmahon in the semi-final. Going down there, you wouldn't be expected maybe to get a result from certain sections. You know, how impressed were you on the day from your performance?
Yeah, we battled well. We didn't overly play very well on the ball, but we battled very well, and Lee, as you say, scored. I think he's scored in every round so far, as he likes to tell us on occasion. So, yeah.
And are you hoping, you know, now obviously it's in Sligo, Showgrounds, big stadium, big occasion, big day for inner showing as well. You hoping to get a big crowd down there?
Yeah, hopefully. I think a lot of people are on about travelling. I think hopefully we'll have a few thousand down maybe. So it should be a good occasion.
And is there much hype up in the local area?
Yeah, there is. A lot of people that you won't even think that are interested in football are on about coming to watch us, so it's very good, yeah.
And what are you expecting from Rockmount, of course?
They're meant to be very consistent, and they don't concede a lot of goals, so hopefully it's going to be a tight game, and hopefully we get a wee bit of luck on the day and come out on top.
Obviously, you know, when it comes to this level of football, performance analysis can obviously be very difficult. You've obviously been able to watch last year's final back that team?
We haven't watched it yet, no, but I think Gavin might have a recording of it, so we'll probably sit down and watch it at some stage.
James, we're here ahead of the FAI Intermediate Cup Final on Sunday, of course. It's done so well to get to the final. What has it meant to the players to get there?
Yeah, it's meant a lot to them. We're all looking forward to it now, and we've trained really hard, and it's been a tough run. We've travelled quite a bit, so we're looking forward now to get to the final.
It's been a difficult route to the final, like you said. You have travelled quite a bit. Successive ones down to Munster as well. Those are tough trips to do. What's it taken from the group?
Yep, it's a 2-day job, but that we travelled down the night before, and
Luke, we're here ahead of the FAI Intermediate Cup Final. You're back again, year after year. What's it been like this past year? 2 Intermediate Cup Finals. Must be some buzz down by the club.
Yeah, it's excellent. I think probably last year's final helped the club a lot. We got in a lot of kind of new players, good quality players, and I think last year's win probably just helped us kick on this year and have the belief that we could win games. We were involved in some tight games along the way to get to this year's final. But yeah, we just grounded out, got to the final, and yeah, it's a great occasion to be involved in. Probably the biggest game you can be involved in amateur football in this country. So we're just delighted to be here.
And Luke, it's been a big year for you personally as well in the Irish amateur team. Looking ahead to the UEFA Regions Cup, what's it been like? It's been a bit of a whirlwind.
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't really thought of it that much. Just game after game really, but being called up to play with the amateurs is obviously a great feeling, and going away with them. We're going away in 2 weeks again for a training camp, and then the month after we're going for the Regions Cup, so I just look forward to every game, take every game as it comes, and yeah, it's an honour to play for my country. And
do you feel like that experience has done you well? Because obviously it's a winning team you're going into.
Yeah, definitely, winning becomes a habit, and I think we're 7 unbeaten in competitive games, so I think it's something great to be involved in, playing with some great players, and obviously playing against some excellent players as well. It only makes me better as a player, and so if I can bring back that to Rockmount and help us perform better and keep winning games, that's what I want at the end of the day.
There's a number of players obviously at Rockmount who are obviously at Irish amateurs, as well as Owen Murphy obviously had a big part to play in last year's final. That relationship you two have on either wing, is that something you work on?
Yeah, it is, I suppose. We get on very well off the pitch, and on the pitch he's obviously an excellent player. He can turn the game in no time, so I think he's just a great person to be around. He's very bubbly, enthusiastic, and he just enjoys playing the game, and when there's a fella like that in our team that has the moment of magic that can win you the game, that's what you want.
You've got the final on Sunday, of course. Sligo, big crowd expected, big day for Cockhill Celtic as well from the All-Senior League. What are you expecting out of them?
I don't know too much about them, being honest about it. They're at the other end of the country and we're down the other side, so we don't see too much of each other. We've seen clips in that couple of games recently. I think they played St. Macta's recently. It was live stream, so we got a couple of views of that.
Yeah.
They obviously beat 2 Cork teams on their way to the final, so hopefully we'll get a bit of information from them. But they're going to be physical. They're going to be in our face, and yeah. There's a few players that are involved with the amateurs that are.
Well, Lee McColgan, has there been a bit of banter between the two? Any text messages going through at the moment?
Not yet, but we leave it, I'd say, until after the game. But from what I know of Lee, he's very passionate, enthusiastic about the game. So if there's another 10 of them, it's going to be a very tough game for us. But I'm confident that we can get the win Sunday.
Well, good luck on Sunday.
Thank you.
I'll run through the field. I'm going to run through the field. Yeah. Once I've done that, I'll continue. Turned on. Hello and welcome back to the Showgrounds here in Sligo for the FAI Intermediate Cup Final between Cockhill Celtic and Rockmount. We're looking at a kick-off at 2 o'clock, so just 10 minutes ago for kick-off, as Cockhill Celtic playing their first ever Intermediate Cup Final, first ever club from Innishowen to reach this stage of the competition, so a historical day for Innishowen and Cockhill Celtic, of course. Whilst Rockmount, the defending champions, have reached the final once again after their cup final victory last year against Bluebell down in Turner's Cross, while they're back here today against Cockhill Celtic in the Showgrounds in Sligo. I'm just going to run through the two teams. Let's got team news to us now. Cockhill Celtic, number 1, Harry Doherty. Number 2, Lee McLaughlin. Number 3, Lee McColgan, of course, Irish Amateur International. Number 4, Peter Doherty. Number 5, Oisin McColgan. Number 8, James Bradley. Number 16, Adam McCarran. Number 10, Corey McBride. Number 23, Luke Rudden. Number 9, Garvin Friel. And number 33, Finn McClure. We're going to Rockmount now. The starting 11 is number 1, Brendan O'Connell. Number 2, Jack O'Sullivan. Number 3, Kean Murphy. Number 4, Adam Crowley. Number 5, Jason Sexton. Number 6 is Hughie O'Donovan. Number 7, another Irish Amateur International, Owen Murphy. Number 8 is Danny Ahern. Number 9, of course, is Cian Leonard. And number 10, Nathan Broderick. And the much talked about number 11, Luke Casey. I'm delighted to be joined today by Irish Amateur International manager Jerry Davis. Of course, Jerry, there's a lot of names on that team sheet you know very well, of course. This is an exciting game.
It is. It's great to be here today, Kieran. I just ticked it off there. There's 11 internationals at one stage that I've capped on the pitch today, so it just shows you the quality. And it's they're going to be a fairly evenly match. Actually, looking at it, Cockhill are a lot of experience there. Peter Doherty, Jimmy Bradley, been around a long time. Garvin Friel up front, up against the youthful, the young kids that we have in Rockmount. The Owen Murphys, the Luke Caseys, the Nathan Brodericks, all in their early 20s. So it'll be interesting today.
Owen Murphy, Luke Casey in particular, two exciting players. How delighted are you to have them as part of your selection?
Absolutely. I mean, they've came through underage ranks, I think, in Cove, and they're brilliant to have. They're great around the place, and they've really excelled at international level. Love playing for their country. And then obviously they're in this is their second Intermediate Cup Final in 2 years, and it just shows the quality that they have,
Lee McColgan, of course, starting for Cockhill Celtic, a great character around the place. A dedicated individual who loves his football, and this is great for him to be here today, isn't it?
Oh, it is, yeah. I mean, Lee has been outstanding for us, really was in the runner for the International Player of the Year. Lost out to Brendan O'Connell, actually the goalkeeper with Rockmount today, but Lee's been outstanding. A great kid. Great guy around the place, and really represents his club and his county really well. Well,
you've come to, if you're just tuning in, it's FAI TV here today. The two teams are making their way out onto the pitch. Cockhill Celtic versus Rockmount. Fantastic crowd here today, here in Sligo. Real big support, of course, from Cockhill Celtic. A lot of numbers down front in the showing, and you can see that there just to the left of your camera there as the two teams line up. We're expecting a fantastic game today. Both teams have come through an incredible route to the final, beating some fantastic teams on the way. Cockhill Celtic have travelled down to Munster twice on their route to the final, whilst Rockmount had to beat the likes of Usher Celtic, who are much fancied in this competition. Of course, have got to the Leinster Senior Cup Final, beating Bray Wanderers the other night, and then also they had to beat
I think beat Kilbarrack on the way.
That's right, yeah.
Which is a really good Kilbarrack side. I was at the game down in Cork. Kilbarrack actually went 1-up, and it was a great second half performance from Rockmount. And then away to Lucan United, who were very strong on a tough day, and got a great result there.
And we'll just stand for the national anthem here in the Showgrounds in Sligo. fantastic reception for the national anthem here in Showgrounds in Sligo. An incredible occasion, which means so much to the players. What are we going through the players' mind at this stage of the day? This is just exciting for the players, isn't it?
Really exciting, but it'd be a nervous excitement because obviously there are a lot of family and friends and club mates that are here today. You know, it's nobody wants to be the one that makes a mistake or does anything like that. You know, but no, they'll look. You know, they've been around a bit, but I mean, Cockhill are dominated Ulster Senior League football for long periods, and the best team up here. And obviously Rockmount have dominated down in Munster the last couple of years, and obviously won the trophy last year. So, you know, but it's a cup final. They'll be nervous. You know, that's just natural. That's just part of the game. And but look, I'm sure they look forward to it. You know,
that big match experience could be crucial today, of course, for Rockmount. They did beat Bluebound last year. They're going for consecutive FAI Intermediate Cup Final victories, which is an incredible feat if they do achieve it. Obviously, like you say, they have got incredible success regionally. Cockhill in Ulster, they beat Bonagee in the first round with just 9 men. Just 9 men, they beat them. Fantastic victories to set them on the way, and then they're here today.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Gavin Cullen, was a player with Cockhill, and he's a manager, and he's done a great job. In fairness, you know. Good cohesive unit. Now there's a lot of experience around them, as I said. You know, there'll be a bit of an age difference between them and Rockmount, but great experience there. You know, and we'll be well organised, and they'll know what they're about today. You know, it's going to be difficult for Rockmount with that one.
Well, we're almost minutes away from kick-off here. We're just a few minutes, just doing the pre-match presences, the team photos, and of course then the referees will now have the toss, and we'll be looking forward to a fantastic final. It's great to have a big crowd here today, of course, because last year we did have a little bit of a crowd down at Turner's Cross, but it wasn't too big. But now we've actually got a bit of atmosphere here in Sligo, Showgrounds in Sligo. Beautiful day for it as well. Fantastic day for FAI Intermediate Cup Final. And of course, remember, next week we have the FAI Junior Cup Final coming to you live here on FAI TV as well. So St Michael's of Tipperary playing Newmarket Celtic. Jerry, you're going to be there for that as well. You're on double duty. We're going to be paying you double expenses.
I'll be there as well, travelling the country. I know it's a game to look forward to. I'm delighted for Newmarket Celtic. It's their first FAI Junior Cup Final, you know, and obviously Owen Hayes, our centre forward, is leading the line there. Legend of the game, really. Legend of the game, scored some great goals, you know, in the lead up to it. And obviously St Michael's been there, great club from Tipperary. So it's a really going to be a great occasion. I look forward to a really good game. Yeah,
Chapman Park as well will be the location. So if you are in the local area next week, make sure you head down to that. There'll be a big crowd expected at that game. But today we are looking forward to the FAI Intermediate Cup Final between Cockhill Celtic and Rockmount. Rockmount, the holders, of course. So they're looking to defend their title and claim consecutive FAI Intermediate Cup titles, whilst Cockhill are looking for their first ever success. This is the first time they're ever in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final. So fantastic. Thanks for joining us here live on FAI TV. Really appreciate it. I know that a lot of people might be tuning in to the Premier League and all the types of leagues around the world, but this is what really matters, the FAI Intermediate Cup. As we look to get underway, it will be, of course, Corey McBride who will take kick-off here for Cockhill Celtic, as the crowd, all the crowd has come in, and big crowd from Cockhill, down from Ulster. They're only an hour and a half down the road, and they are making their presence felt. So can Cockhill Celtic please this huge support that has come down from Ulster as we look to get underway? The referee, of course, is John McCarthy, assistant referee Sean Boyd, assistant referee Mick Hughes, and the fourth official David Gallagher. So it gets us underway here in the first minutes here at the Showgrounds in Sligo. As Rockmount have a throw in on this near side as we look from the gantry down towards Danny Ahern, who heads it out of play, and Cockhill get that throw in here on the left side. Ball forward here on the left side here, Cockhill potentially coming forward, but Rockmount do well and defend it well. A nice little turn there from Luke Casey, and he's switched it really quickly up towards Murphy, but that was a fantastic clearance by Harry Doherty in the Cockhill's goal. He'll be delighted to get his first couple of touches, and that is a free kick. So the first interaction with the referee. Nice pace of the game so far, and Rockmount looking to get on the front foot straight away here with a free kick just inside their own half. Owen Murphy goes across to take it. He's going to reset the ball here. Chance for him to. The big men's up from the back, including Jason Sexton. Obviously, he's gone forward there. lingering around the back post area. As Owen Murphy takes it, sort of driven in towards that area. I know it's headed towards goal, but it was almost an own goal, but well saved in the end by Harry Dotting. And it'd be good for him to get some gloves on the ball early.
Yeah, he got a little bit away with that. To be honest, you know, it was. I don't think the defender knew much about the header, but goalkeeper is very alive and got good hands on it.
As the clearance goes down towards Jason Sexton now, but does well here, Cockhill, and they're looking for a corner kick, but that is a goal kick. Jerry, you've obviously got a couple of camps coming up as well. You've got a training camp in Bilbao. It's a tough life.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but I mean, it's great because you know, the resources have been made available to us to go for 4 days, and you know, like training sessions like that for our players are gold. You know, we have a game against the Basque region, so it's worth its weight in gold in preparation.
It'll be a tough game as well against the Basque region.
It will be a tough game because you know, they take their football serious now, you know, and they really put a lot of effort into it. You know, so we're really looking forward to it.
The Ireland women's international team obviously played the Basque Country back in 2017. Ireland just about won that 2-1, so Jerry Davis's team going across to Bilbao and looking to better that as the ball goes forward towards Rudden into McBride. Now McBride can spread the ball out to the right. Fantastic ball, goes into the box. Sexton clears very well though, did well to get up to that. And you can just feel the sense of the crowd. As soon as Cockhill go forward, there is a bit of anticipation as Bradley wins the ball in the middle of the park now. Into McClaw. McClaw goes out wide to McColgan. McColgan, the Irish Amateur International, switches the ball across almost towards the back post, but it was Luke Rudden there. He's trying to retrieve the ball and he was failed to do so, and here goes Luke Casey now on the ball. Fantastic from Luke Casey, pass one, pass two. He's trying to get past the third, nicely intercepted, and listen to the crowd there. It's fantastic to have a bit of atmosphere here as Cockhill win the throw, but nice positive play from Luke Casey there.
It is, Kieran, you know, really good legs about him, you know. Oisin McColgan did well, he read the situation, came across and intercepted it, but good play from Rockmount.
As the ball goes forward now, nice little header towards the centre circle, but it's a chance here for Rockmount. And could go forward here through Nathan Broderick, who had played brilliantly in last year's final, was one of the pivotal players in last year's final against Bluebell, in a comfortable victory in the end. Let's see if he can have the same impact today as McClaw goes forward. Number 33 in his back, an interesting number for sure. Number 10, of course, is Corey McBride. He gets the ball into the box, and that was under no pressure whatsoever, and he will clear into the centre circle now. McCarron lumps it forward, a big up and under, headed towards the goal, and that is a goal kick. But Jerry, you can already sense for the crowd are really getting behind this here, aren't they?
It is, and it's fabulous. It's great to get an atmosphere at a game like this, you know. Really is, really excitement about it, and that'll feed into the players as well. It looks to have a bigger crowd here from Cockhill. Yeah. Obviously from Donegal, it's a bit closer, you know, so it was a really great atmosphere for the players to play in.
Relish this atmosphere. Obviously we've seen a lot of talent on display here. Jerry Davis, obviously the Irish Amateur International Manager. A number of players here will be looking to impress him as he formulates his next squad. And of course, looking ahead to the UEFA Regions Cup, the Irish Amateur Internationals on a 7-game unbeaten run, is it now?
I think it's 8 games. I think now. Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
and it's a winning run. And won every match.
Won every match. Yeah,
well, it just gets better and better, doesn't it?
And 1 goal conceded. So it must be
the infant manager of the year.
Yeah. I'll vote for myself if I can.
As Cockhill go for it, it's offside given to Robin Friel there. That's offside, and the crowd making their feelings hurt. I think it was just offside. I think Jason Sexton just had pushed forward, just leaving them on as Rockmount look to mount another attack here through Brendan O'Connell, obviously another Irish Amateur International. The goalkeeper is a barrister by trade.
Barrister, yeah. And I'd say Colette and Killian are sitting at home watching them now in Cork, you know, and cheering them on at the television on this, you know, so big shout to them, you know. But no, Brendan's a great leader, great for us, and obviously, you know, great for Rockmount.
As he kicks the ball forward now towards Cian Leonard, and he's knocked down, and this is Luke Casey! And it's just wide, and that was a big chance. And Rockmount's bench had emptied in anticipation of the goal, but it just put it past the post.
Oh, that was a great opportunity. Luke will be kicking himself for that one, you know. I thought Cockhill would have dealt with that, you know, just a long ball, you know, but a great flick on Cian Leonard, and really Luke be looking to score that.
He should have scored. It was left-footed. He tried to do a left-footed finish into the bottom corner. He went a yard past the post. It was a huge opportunity, and Rockmount will be kicking themselves here at the Showgrounds in Sligo. Big chance to go 1-0 up, and it wasn't taken, as we are 0-0 here between Cockhill Celtic and Rockmount. As the ball is flicked on, and here's the chance for Cockhill to get their own back, but it's well cleared in the end as Kean Murphy then looks down the line towards Luke Case, but the referee gives the throw in. It went out of play, and the crowd again helped along with that as the flags wave in the crowd. Lovely, lovely setting here in Sligo, of course, one of the best places to watch football in the country. Fantastic football town. I'm delighted to be here, bringing you the FAI Intermediate Cup Final as the Cockhill Celtic look to get a chance of their own, really. They haven't been able to mount a huge opportunity just yet, as the ball goes forward here towards Corey McBride. Knocked down, that's Garvin Free, or more like, and he gets another throw. Well played. I think it's the hold-up. He's going to be a tough customer today for the Rockmount defenders, as another throwing now is set to come in. Luke Rudden making himself available. It's gone down the line towards McBride, and he gets another throw. So that's a hat-trick of throws in a row. And see what they can do with this. And every single touch Cockhill have is greeted with applause from that main stand there. The huge crowd which has come down from Ulster today. Fantastic to see as McBride knocks it back. And now there's another chance for McBride to get a cross in. Gets a cross in towards Luke Rudden with a shot. And it's well saved from O'Connell. But that will breed a bit of confidence here for the Ulster Senior League Club.
Yeah, good little move. Very clever from Corey McBride. Got down the side. I thought Rockmount were a little bit lackadaisical with it, and didn't really connect with this strike and goal, and it was comfortable enough for Brendan O'Connell.
Seen a few opportunities, 2 opportunities we've seen so far today, early on in today's game. And it is still 0-0 as the ball is cleared, and it gets a free kick, and Cockhill will have another chance here to mount another attack as the bench starts to empty full of substitutions. And first chance to look at the bench for today's game, as the Rockmount player is still down. Physio comes on the pitch. I think just a bit winded there. And there's just a little break in play. Jerry, of course, you've got the Regions Cup coming up. Some fantastic opportunities there, and there's some fantastic fixtures to look forward to.
Well, it is. I mean, the first one is Spain. Playing at a UEFA level, against Spain. In Spain, it's like when a draw first happened. We looked at it and thought, well, that's a tough one. But then I flipped around and said it's a great one, because where else would you want to be,
Exactly.
And, well, all the stuff's going on. I mean, only this week, you saw the unfortunate death of a young Crumlin player, Glenn Fulham, who was in with us last year, and when you look at that, it brings home to how, how important things are in life in terms of, grasping what you have and all this. So, all our players are fully aware what an opportunity is to play against Spain and represent your country at European level, and we're all really looking forward to it, With Germany and Bosnia are in the group as well, so it'll be a tough group, It won't be easy, and every little thing will count for it, But I'm really looking forward to it, really looking forward to it.
The one thing you do get, obviously Luke Casey was down at the media day on Monday, and we had a good chat with him there for FAI TV. And the one thing you really get a sense of in speaking to a person like that is that they just love playing for their country. It's just the attitude they have towards playing for the Irish amateur international team is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about the travelling, I mean, even there's Lee McColgan from Donegal. We've Gary Cunningham from Westport, and the lads from Cork, and Owen Hayes from Clare. I mean, they're travelling to do up to Dublin. They're not getting paid for it. It's all they give up their free time and all this. So it's a huge honour for them to wear the green jersey, and that's why they do all this. That's why they give all this commitment.
Well, we're looking to see if Cockhill can mount an attack here. Long ball forward. I think the wind has carried that a bit, and it has carried it over the line. There's just a little update there for Hugh O'Donovan on the near side.
Yeah, I think we got.
Just getting a score update from the Premier League. Newcastle are beating Tottenham 3-0 from the English Premier League, and then 1-0 to West Ham as well at Bournemouth. So thanks for tuning in. If you're choosing us over that Premier League coverage, of course, boy, wouldn't you? This is where the dreams are.
Without a doubt. To be honest, this is a bit more entertaining than any of the Premier League games.
Absolutely, yeah. But Hughie O'Donovan's just come back on the pitch now, so he just seemed a little bit winded from that interaction there. So, chance for us to just take a little break. We're 10 minutes into the game now.
Yeah, I think the game is settled into a little bit of a rhythm now. They found their feet, and all the nerves are gone now, I'd say. So it'd be a little bit cat and mouse now for the next few minutes, I'd imagine. Because it's died a little bit from the exuberant start that it had.
A beautiful crossing and structure in the car park. It's an oldie. Number players
Our cameraman was looking nervous for a second there. It could have been his vehicle, but it isn't. It isn't. He doesn't own an Audi. So we can confirm that as the ball is kicked towards Cian Leonard. Nice header on. It doesn't fall to anyone, but Nathan Broderick now on the ball. Nice touch, nice little turn as well. Luke Case could be in here at the back post, but it's cleared away, and this could be a chance here. If Luke Casey keeps it in, he will keep it in. He'll get a chance to pass into Owen Murphy, but he goes for the early cross into Nathan Broderick. And it was well claimed by the keeper in the end. But that was an opportunity there, and a bit lackadaisical from Cockhill Celtic.
Yeah, a little bit loose, you know, and allowing Luke with the quality he has to cross a ball is, you know, Cockhill need to stop that one because he's a great delivery of ball there, and that caused problems that time.
Now Luke Casey there gets the throw in as Cian Murphy comes forward to wipe the ball down, get the moisture off the ball to get a throw in towards Owen Murphy, who's come to this near side. That's got to be a free kick, and it is a free kick, and that's John McCarthy. He gets a few boos from the crowd. This is a real opportunity here on the left side for Rockmount to potentially take the lead in this into FAI Intermediate Cup Final.
Yeah, it was a clever movement from Owen Murphy. Clever move, just got his body across, and it was a free all right. John McCarthy, really good referee. Referees in the Leinster Senior League, excellent referee, and he's managed the game really well so far. Chance
for Murphy then to swing across in here. Sexton has gone forward to the back post. We're always looking at Adam Crowley, of course, my namesake Crowley. Great to see Crowley on the pitch. Great to see him there representing the clan. As ball goes to the back post, it's fired towards the back post, and that was an absolute waste.
Yeah, could have done better there.
Chicky was going for a shot there.
Well,
I think he was.
No, yes, he probably did. He did shoot, you know. Another guy that we had in Bulgaria with us and was brilliant for us, you know, and great kid around the place.
Three incredible matches out in Bulgaria. Particularly that San Marino game was a bit topsy-turvy. They were a bit of a
it was, yeah,
interesting customers, weren't they?
It was, and even with 9 men, it took us, 72 minutes, to score, but once we scored, that was it, you know.
Yeah, it was fascinating watch. I was watching it back at home myself as the ball is cleared forward towards Danny Ahern. Jason Sexton now back out towards Luke Casey. He's going to sprint towards this. It's well cut out though. Back pass is a little bit short, and he does well to clear Harry Darty. And that goes for a throw in to Rockmount. But again, Luke Casey is going to be given that space, and Cockhill could be made to pay for it any time. Throwing on the left side there. Cian Murphy with the ball. To load the box, Luke Casey trying to make himself available. Nathan Broderick also does. It is Luke Casey on the ball now. Goes back to Murphy. That's a poor pass. That is a poor pass, and it's just giving Cockhill a chance just to clear, as we are 12 minutes into the game now. 12 minutes, and it's still 0-0 here between Cockhill Celtic and Rockmount. Fantastic crowd, fantastic occasion, lovely temperature, perfect conditions for football, really. It was a bit of a showdown. Cockhill Ultras have turned up. This is great, wasn't it? That's fantastic. Here's Cian Murphy now. Ball cleared towards Friel now. Friel trying to get behind Sexton. He does. It's Friel. Can he turn? Has he got support? It's brilliant tackle from Jason Sexton. And another brilliant tackle from Sexton as well. But he might have come off worse there. He's still down. The play continues though. And Rockmount will launch counter-attack here. Trying to get out towards Luke Casey. He does get the ball. Casey now on the ball. Can he turn? He holds the ball up, does well, and he gets the free kick. And just looking down to our left there, Sexton is still down. Two fantastic tackles there, but he might be hurting the process, Jerry.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. He's a real warrior. I saw him in the semi-final in Lucan, and he won everything. He won every header and every tackle. And again there, and actually Garvin Friel did really well to get the other side of him, Actually, it was a dangerous situation, but very experienced Jason Sexton is, and two great challenges actually, but I think he is a bit hurt.
I think he is a bit hurt. And just checking there, the referee's gone across. John McCarthy, he's gone across to check him. I think it's just a little bit bruised and battered from the interaction there, the two interactions, and we'll see if he can continue. I don't think that's going to stop him. He's just waving it on. He says that's absolutely fine. He's going to be limping for a bit. He might have a bit of a dead leg. That's not going to stop him from playing the Intermediate Cup Final for sure. As Rockmount have a chance here to mount another attack and potentially take the lead in this Intermediate Cup Final. As with just another score update, it's Bournemouth 0, West Ham 2. West Ham 2. So Bournemouth, who thought they were out of relegation trouble for a bit, As the ball comes into the box, it's a free goal to goal. That's fantastic. Alan Crowley, he was
goal.
free in the box. A fantastic clip into the area. And he was unmarked from Cockhill Celtic. A real lapse in concentration at the back. And Rockmount have taken the lead.
It's a great goal from Rockmount's point of view. It's a great ball in, floated in, but it's a great run from Adam and a really cool finish from a centre back. But Cockhill be ruined that because they all stood still and ball watching. No one really attacked the flight of the ball at all, you know. And they'll be disappointed. I'm sure Gavin Cullen will be disappointed with giving that goal away. But great finish from Adam Crowley.
Well, it really was a lapse in concentration. No one picked up Crowley. He was down in the centre circle, and he was finished brilliantly as well. And Harry Darcy was definitely no chance. As we're looking now, Owen Murphy's gone down. Don't know where this is from. And Sexton is also down, so bodies are on the canvas here. Hopefully Murphy is okay. I don't know if you saw anything there, Jerry. I didn't see anything.
I think he was just pointing at his throat or something. I'm not sure really why he went down. You know, I think Sexton is still suffering from the challenge against Garvin Friel.
Yeah, you're dead right. He's still suffering. I think he might not be able to continue here. I think he's probably realised that he's probably a little bit more injured than he is. Maybe that's a little bit of a tactical thing as well, because as we can see, Eddie Kenny's got his players across to the touchline there. Let's just have a little word here. They've taken a 1-0 lead. Chance to refresh the memory on the tactics potentially. Maybe it might be a good little ploy here from Owen Murphy to go down and take a little break.
Yeah. It's
you wouldn't be up to that sort of trick, would you?
No. We don't recommend that to our players at all. It'd be interesting to see if Sexton goes off, because you know he's had a great battle with Garvin Friel so far.
Fantastic,
and he'd be a loss to Rockmount. But disappointing, I'd say, from Cockhill. I'd say Gavin Cullen is disappointed to give a goal like that away, you know.
It's completely unmarked, Jerry. Completely unmarked.
No one checked the run. Now he ran from deep, a really good run, and a great finish from Adam. Great finish.
Yeah. Nice volley, nice half volley as we would like to see it. And it is, of course, now Cockhill 0, Rockmount 1. The holders are in front against the Inner Showing Club in the final for the first ever time as Sexton goes off the pitch. So momentarily, Rockmount are down to 10 men, and see what happens here. I think Rockmount are probably preparing a substitution here. In fact, there's actually not that much action down the bench. Maybe they're expecting Jason to come back on. But this is an opportunity for Cockhill to potentially take advantage of this as the ball goes up the line from McLaughlin. Gets another throw-in. I was just monitoring that situation. As you can see in the Century camera, Jason Sexton's still down. As the ball goes forward, he gets a free kick. Rockmount get a free kick. The crowd don't like that. As the Rockmount bench still don't seem to be preparing a substitution. So they must be expecting Sexton to continue here. As the ball is kicked away, the crowd don't like that. The vast majority of which are behind the Ulster Senior League club. Still no action from the bench, so they're taking their time here, Rockmount. It's still down to 10 men. But Eddie Kenny must be fairly comfortable with that fact at the moment. As Brendan O'Connell will clear upfield. Irish and amateur international goalkeeper, of course. As the ball goes long upfield and is headed away by Peter Doherty. Goes up towards McLaughlin, who will clear. Oh, that's a tasty looking challenge, and that is a free kick. And it's just going up a notch here, isn't it, Jerry? Temperature just rising, what we want to see.
It is. But the goal's made a difference, you know, because realised, you know, Rockmount was something really to try and cling on to now, and they'll be challenging for everything. And obviously, Cockhill need a reaction from them, you know. But it's just getting a bit spicy, you know. But no, that a goal is going to do that, you know. It's going to go to do that.
Sexton is back on the pitch now, by the way. So we're back to 11v11. He looks like he's going to try and continue. There's no preparation for any substitute on the Rockmount bench. As the long ball goes forward towards McBride, is able to shield the ball, and McColgan swings the ball in. That was a good cross in towards.
It was Luke a great cross in. You know, nobody really reacted to it, you know.
Real chance there. McColgan's obviously been one of the stars of the show for Cockhill this season. One of your stars as well, of course.
He is, and he scored a great goal in the semi-final to put them into the final down in Cork.
He scored a goal in every round.
Every
round, which is an incredible feat for someone who's playing left back.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Good player. Really good player. Really good player. And great guy around the place. Great guy around the place. I mean, he knows most of the Rockmount guys as well. Yeah. Personally, you know, so. you know, he'll obviously react to all this and love to get a one over on his international teammates.
I did ask Luke Casey on Monday if there was any text messages between the two ahead of today's final. He said there wasn't, but I'm sure there'll be a bit of interaction after today's game. As Cockhill try and get in behind. Could that be a penalty? It is a penalty! Cockhill Celtic have been given a penalty here. Jason Sexton with a high boot, and it was Luke Rudden who snuck in behind, and he was taken down, and that is a penalty to Cockhill Celtic.
Yeah, great run blindside run. I don't think the defender caught it, saw him at all, and just tried to clear the ball. But a really good run, really great run.
Incredible scenes here at the Showgrounds. The crowd reaction to that was absolutely fascinating. As another score update from Newcastle in the English Premier League, it's 5-0. 5-0 to Newcastle in the space of 20 minutes. Stick with us here as we try and provide just as an entertaining game as that, because we have got a penalty, of course. Cockhill Celtic have the penalty and a chance to draw level. Could be 1-1 in just a few minutes, and we're only 15 minutes into the game. Or 22 minutes into the game, more like. It was this physio's just got him up, Jason Sexton. Maybe he was just caught sluggish there, really. He's obviously been through his trials and tribulations already in this game. Took that hit, maybe he was just struggling from that. Was a bit slow to get up and going, and he snuck in behind us. Cockhill have this penalty now.
Right.
Real chance for Cockhill to draw level. Is that Lee McColgan taking it?
I think it's Lee McColgan's going to take it.
He could be scoring in every round of the competition here. If he nets this, he will score in every round of the competition, which is an incredible achievement for any one player. So here's McColgan, steps up against O'Connell. McColgan with a shot, and he scores off the post. Cockhill Celtic 1-1, and listen to that crowd. Absolutely fantastic scenes here as Cockhill Celtic draw level against Rockmount.
That's a great finish. It really is. I mean, Brendan O'Connell went the right way, but it's in off the inside of the post. Great strength on it. Never going to save it. Great finish from Lee.
Incredible penalty, really. Just was never going to save it, like Jerry said there. In off the post, and it is 1-1. Lee McColgan with the goal, and listen to the reception the crowd are giving him. Absolutely fantastic scenes here. It is Cockhill Celtic 1, Rockmount 1 here in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final in the Showgrounds in Sligo.
Real game in the hands now, Kieran. Real game in the hands. Great atmosphere, and 1-1, and that gets Cockhill crowd up. They'll be cheering their team from now, so it's set up for a really, really good game.
Genuine noise here. Listen to this. This is fantastic. A real atmosphere for these players to enjoy as well. Very rarely would they get to enjoy an atmosphere like this in the amateur game, and it's great to see so many people turn out as Rockmount get it underway once again and look for an early ball towards Luke Casey, and it goes out of play. 1-1 here and 24 minutes played. Ball goes all the way back to Harry Darty. He tries to clear. It was a bit of an odd clearance there, but gets away with it slightly as McColgan looks to take it down. Darty claims the ball. And nice and calm at the back, and a little bit more communication than maybe we saw when Rockmount took the lead. But we have a real game on our hands now. 1-1, both teams off the mark. And here in the Intermediate Cup Final, as McClaw looks to clear the ball up towards Friel, or McBride has taken it down, so Friel's making that run. Here is Friel now. Friel inside the area, switches it towards the back post, and it's nicely cleared away, and that's a throw-in to Cockhill. Atmosphere just going up and up, Jerry.
Yeah, it's really exciting there. Good move from Cockhill, got in around the back, but good clearance from Adam Crowley.
Fantastic clearance from Adam Crowley, the man who obviously scored to put Rockmount ahead, and he's doing his own bit of work at the back, of course, as Cockhill looks to get the ball into the box now. It's a nice little turn from McLaughlin, turns in towards the box, but cleared away. Here's Bradley. Bradley switches it back out towards McLaughlin. Here's McBride, poor touch from McBride, and gives it away. And here's a chance for Broderick to find a pass. So Ahern now, and a chance to clear up the line. Can Luke Casey find the way forward? No, he can't. Nicely cleared away, and every single kick of the ball is greeted with an incredible aplomb from this Cockhill crowd. Real fervent atmosphere. And it's up to Rockmount. Eddie Kenny over there really getting exacerbated by his team. Needs to get back into the game now.
Yeah, they've gone a little bit lackadaisical, you know, giving the ball away cheaply, you know. A lot of poor passing in midfield, you know. Looking at it there, they really need to settle down and, you know, get their passing game going. Some really good players that can get on the ball and play, but they just need to find themselves at the moment and maybe not go as direct as they have been.
Yeah, that is probably the key towards Rockmount. Obviously an easy goal for them to score in terms of set piece, but they need to get their flow going again. As Owen Murphy now potentially on the ball. Owen Murphy turns inside, gives it towards Ahern. Ahern now on the ball, heads it towards... Oh, it almost looked like that could have been a penalty there for a second, but Harry Doherty claims and Cockhill get away with it.
Yeah, I think Oisin McColgan is just clever there with his movement, just blocking him off.
Broderick now takes it down, lovely first touch, brings it down nicely in towards Cian Leonard now. He can't turn, it's nicely cleared away as James Bradley clears it up the line, looking for the turn of Friel, but he finds McBride now. McBride on the ball. Need a bit of space here, nicely crowded out there, trying to turn inside. Sexton should clear here, gets a chance to here towards Hughie O'Donovan and just use him, but Bradley gets it back, and it's Cockhill Celtic again, who are now dominating possession. As it turns out, can Bradley get onto his own pass as Sexton clears away once again, and that is very good football from James Bradley.
It is, yeah. Jimmy's a really good player. He's been around a long time with Cockhill, you know, really clever, really good footballer. Cockhill now will cause some problems down that side against Rockmount.
It's definitely shifted this Intermediate Cup Final towards the Cockhill Celtic side as Friel looks to turn away, does well though. Danny Ahern, he clears it up the line, but only for another throw in as Cockhill keep this pressure on. Gavin Cullen marching his troops, he's telling the players to keep up that pressure, I'm sure, because he'd be delighted with what he's seen in the last 10 minutes or so. Rockmount really struggling to get out here. Cockhill Celtic probably need to turn this pressure into a lead. As Bradley goes towards McClure, cleared away, but only as far as McColgan, who does really well. Gives it to McClure, who turns inside. Number 33 in his back. McColgan now, chance to set. Gets the cross in towards Friel at the post, and it's well turned away. But back to McColgan now, the man who has scored in every round of this final. Oh, in towards the box, and well left in the end, and well judged by Jason Sexton.
Yeah, really good crosses from Lee. Danny Hearn with the first header away and a block off there from Sexton, but really good crosses in. Cockhill a little bit on top at the moment.
It is 1-1 here in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final. Half an hour gone. It's been a fantastic final so far as Udinese have taken a 2-0 lead against Cremonese. So that's Udinese taking the 2-0 lead in Serie A. Thanks for joining us today here on FAI TV. We're absolutely delighted to bring this live coverage. Remember, next week we'll bring you the FAI Junior Cup. A fantastic occasion between St Michael's and Newmarket Saturday as the ball goes over the top now towards Luke Rudden, who's in on the right side. He has to turn, he has to try and find a cross. Friel's asking for the ball at the back post, turns it towards McClure. McClure in the box, McClure shoots, it's blocked and it's turned away. But Luke Casey could break here. It does well, very well McLaughlin as Cockhill keep up the pressure, tries to go forward. But it's cleared away once again. Nicely headed back though. But number 16, Adam McCarran. Big chance there for Cockhill to get in beyond the back.
Yeah, it was a great first time ball from Tim McClure to get him in behind to Rudden, you know. Really good movement, really good run. Looking really dangerous at the moment, Cockhill.
They're definitely on top. It's really shifted this match. Rockmount, the only chance they've actually had is the goal they've actually had. They've been disappointed with the way they've maybe performed in this first half so far.
They gave up a few chances early in the half. They're disappointed with that, and obviously the goal be disappointed with. But they've rallied and come back into it, you know, and probably deserve to be 1-1 at the moment.
As Rockmount have a throw on their far side in front of the two dugouts. As it's cleared up the line, and Friel once again tries to get on his bike and tries to put pressure on Brendan O'Connell. Well marshalled by Adam Crowley. O'Connell nicely up the line towards McColgan, and Cockhill Celtic get the throw in. Owen Murphy hasn't really had much to do in today's match so far. I want to see more from him, do we?
Yeah, they just haven't got on it really in Rockmount. Certainly the last 10 or 15 minutes. They need to get hold of the ball, and maybe, you know, these are decent players. Owen Murphy, Luke Casey, Danny Ahern. They can get on to Nathan Broderick, but they just need to get hold of the ball and just keep it for a little bit.
As we say that, of course, Owen Murphy does win the free kick there, and he's going to take the free kick himself. He's inviting Jack O'Sullivan to come up the line. He declines the invitation as he turns back inside, and Owen Murphy now looking to clear the ball up towards Cian Leonard, who's gone forward. Obviously, also Cian Murphy has also gone forward. There's a bit of a chance here for Rockmount to launch an attack. It's long ball forward towards the Cockhill penalty box, but it's nice. Luke Casey got penalised there for a free kick, and Cockhill will get a chance to clear, but looked a soft one there. Cockhill Celtic 1, Rockmount 1 here in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final. Thanks for joining us here on FAI TV. We're delighted to have you here and providing you this live stream for today's match, of course. Fantastic final between the two clubs. Munster Senior League versus Ulster Senior League, as the ball goes forward towards McClaw, but he couldn't take it down. It's going to be a throw-in on this near side. As we can barely see this side of the pitch, really. As the camera points towards, we have to move out of the way. We don't want us on camera, do we, Jerry? That's the last thing we need.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Goes towards Broderick now, taken down and cleared forward. Cian Leonard invited to go forward once again, but McColgan does well to go back to Doherty, and he'll clear it upfield now towards Sexton. Does well, really battling away with Friel, but it heads it down just for McBride, and McBride now out towards McLaughlin, who could have a chance to cross, but Luke Casey does well to clear, and he hits the house. So did you get a prize for hitting the house? I don't know, Jerry.
No, but someone has a new ball, I think, in the back garden, free of charge. Good tracking back from Luke Casey there, because that was a dangerous move from Cockhill down the right side, and it needed them to be there to block it.
Absolutely, Luke Casey doing the defending work as well as the attacking in this match so far, as McBride now on the ball on that far side into Luke Rudden, who's had a real influence in this game. Couldn't be McBride getting forward there. That was really slack defending from Rockmount, and only just cleared as it's headed back towards Sexton, who does well once again, and now potentially Adam McCarron trying to get on the ball, and he's battling away, and he does well, and he gets it forward once again. It's a bit scrappy in there, but Cockhill winning the battles at the moment as Bradley tries to scoop it forward towards the right side, but Rockmount do well, and that was a bit of a scrappy phase of play, but Rockmount come out on top. Chance for Rockmount to clear forward as Owen Murphy on this near side. He probably just slightly off camera there. He's looking for it to have a long punt forward. Will he oblige? No, it goes towards no one in the end. That was a really poor ball. Cian Leonard wasn't even interested, but it comes down to Luke Casey here. Broderick goes back into Huey O'Donovan. Back to Casey, tries to turn, doesn't get away with it, tries to turn out, and Rockmount once again really struggling to find that flow and really struggling to mount attack against Cockhill Celtic, who have been backed by this fervent crowd here in Sligo. Fantastic to see. Real chance coming from the Cockhill Celtic fans. Danny Ahern now with the ball forward, tries to head it towards Broderick, but fails to do so. Now on that right side, McLaughlin will now take the throw-in towards Friel. Tries to get the flick on, and once again gets another throw-in and a bit more yards forward, and Cockhill just advancing bit by bit, and a chance for them to get the ball in towards Friel once again. He's going to be interested in this, but could be potentially Luke Rudden who's taking it down, but it's Friel once again in towards McBride. Sexton as well to clear forward. Chance for McColgan to take down. He declines to do so, heads it forward, but here's Owen Murphy now. Finally some pitch ahead of him, and can he take advantage? Tries to turn, and I tell you what, that's fantastic work from McClaw.
Yeah, brilliant tracking back from Finn McClaw. Really double up with Liam McColgan to stop Owen Murphy.
As Adam Crowley looks to turn the ball forward, and that's just another throw in towards Cockhill Celtic. Rockmount really struggling to get any sort of flow and any sort of attack going here in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final. We're 36 minutes into it, not long off half time, and it's 1-1 between the two sides. As Friel looks to head forward, it's Sexton with his header. Wow, battle though by McClaw Brilliant from Friel as well to take it down. He's looking for a free kick, but it's well battered by Danny Ahern. But Friel comes out with the ball, looking to go forward. He's trying to head it on the ground, and he gets the free kick. And Sexton, a little bit of afters there from Sexton.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. It's a great battle going on there. Really tough, two tough guys, two tough characters.
Lennon looks to go forward towards Luke Casey. He seems exacerbated by Luke Casey's lack of movement there as the ball is cleared towards Friel and Sexton once again. And this intriguing battle once again is going to take another turn and another few turns in this fantastic match we have here in the Intermediate Cup Final. As Cockhill looked him out, another attack really well intercepted though by Keane Murphy. That was pivotal as Luke Casey once again is back there, goes to Sexton. He looks to clear. It was a slightly poor clearance, and McColgan can take it out, and McColgan gets the free kick. So a chance to go forward here from Cockhill Celtic once again. But the Ulster Senior League club are well in charge of this final.
They are. I think Rockmount are struggling a little bit just to get a rhythm going, but Cockhill are doing really, really well. They're causing problems. Good movement from Corey McBride and Luke Rudden and Finn McClure, causing the Rockmount defence real problems up there.
To be disappointed to go in at half-time level, really, considering the flow of this game has been pretty much all Cockhill Celtic since they scored the equaliser from the penalty spot, of course. Lee McColgan, as James Bradley looks to take this free kick. I don't know, he's going to leave it for the number 33, Finn McClure. And he's going to chance to get it forward now. Goes in towards the box. It's a really good ball in towards the area, and it's headed just over the bar. But a good chance there. Just missed out though by Cockhill.
Yeah, good ball in from Finn McClure, and I think Garvin Friel, I think, got on the end of it, but safe enough, I think.
1-1 here between Cockhill Celtic and Rockmount here in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final. It was Adam Crowley who scored the first goal of the game, put Rockmount ahead, and only for Lee McColgan to peg them back at from the penalty spot and to make it 1-1. And Sexton is down once again, and he might be finished here. I think he is finished, and I think he is struggling, and I think he will be coming off now, as the Rockmount bench has now prepared a substitution, and he's getting a bit of a round of applause. I don't know whether that's ironic or from a different place, but he gets a nice little handshake there. And big miss here for Rockmount.
Oh, big loss. Grayson Sexton. It'd be interesting to see why Rockmount set up now. You know, will they move Keane Murphy back into the central role? But big loss, because he was having a real good tussle with Garvin Friel.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting how that changes the dynamics of the game.
Well, number 12 has come on, Ian Mylode, so he's going to slot in at the back, you would have thought. And so I think it will create a little bit of a shift here, because he doesn't seem to have gone back into the centre back position. So we'll just bring you more when we have it, when we can see the way they're shaping up. But
I think Keane Murphy has gone back into the left side of the centre back.
Three, has he? Yeah.
I think he's gone in left side.
Keane Murphy, so then he's gone back into the centre back position, and Ian Mylode has gone into the left back position as McColgan looks to clear, and he gets the throw in as Cian Lennon does well to close down. Not far off half time now, we're just 5 minutes away. 40 minutes have gone here in the Showgrounds in Sligo. Cockhill Celtic 1, Rockmount 1 as the ball goes forward to McClure. McColgan looks to clear forward towards Friel, who will now be free of Sexton, of course, in his battle, and have another battle to face now with Crowley and Cian Murphy, of course. Ball goes forward towards Luke Rudden, who looks for the free kick. He's not given the free kick though, and much to the displeasure of the crowd here in Sligo, as the ball goes. Hughie O'Donovan's free, but taken away, and this is Cockhill again on the attack, but it's a poor pass. Chance to go for Milo to try and clear, but once again he's pegged back, and this is a ball forward for Cockhill, but they couldn't get the flow going. It's just missing that last pass here at the moment for Cockhill.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just the end product on it. Getting some great positions, but again a little bit sloppy from Rockmount giving the ball away.
And again, an update from the Bundesliga. Freiburg are beating Schalke at 1-0. So a big shock there in the German Bundesliga as Freiburg take the lead against Schalke. But here, of course, it is 1-1. Brendan O'Connell Chance to clear forward now. Can anyone take the lead here before the half-time break? Eddie Kenny and Gavin Cullen marching orders, trying to marshal their troops ahead of the half-time break. Can they see either of their teams try and take the lead? It's been really scarce from Rockmount. Any former chances. It's all Cockhill Celtic at the moment. I'm sure Eddie Kenny's looking forward to getting his team in that dressing room, have a good talking to, as Cockhill looks to mount another attack, but it's well intercepted in the end by Hughie O'Donovan. Lets the ball forward towards Luke Casey, but it's just out of play, and that's not good enough. And McLaughlin now will get a chance to mount another attack as Gavin Cullen receives the ball and throws it straight back in. That urgency from Cockhill Celtic. They know they have to take the full advantage of this as McBride is on the ball, but it is a free kick, and he seems really hurt there, Cian Murphy. We haven't seen a booking yet, but the studs were up there, Jerry.
They were. I think he just caught him with the follow through. You know, I think it's just a sore one as such. You know, I don't think it was any harm done in it. You know, but certainly felt it.
What would you be doing at half time here if you were the Rockmount manager? Like, you want to see more from your players.
Well, I think he'd be disappointed. But they've gone very direct from their set piece, their kick outs, their frees, where maybe keeping a hold of the ball might be more beneficial to them. You know, because they're strong at the back, Cockhill.
Haven't seen anything from the Wideman.
No, we haven't got
Luke
on the ball
Casey,
at all. Haven't created 1v1s. You know, first 10 minutes, Luke Casey did really well, but after he's gone out of the game a little bit. You know, so probably just need to get hold of the ball a little bit and settle down because at the moment they're not doing that. You know.
Well, Luke Casey tries to head forward towards Cian Lennon. He does that, but Cian Lennon's headed is just into a Cockhill Celtic defender, and here's Friel now, who is definitely winning that battle between himself and any of the Rockmount defenders. It's Cian Murphy this time who he's battling as we edge towards half-time here. 1-1 here at the Showgrounds in Sligo. Cockhill Celtic versus Rockmount. Rockmount, the holders of the FAI Intermediate Cup, as Cockhill look to claim their first ever victory in the FAI Intermediate Cup competition as the ball is taken down. Cian Lennon battling away, but fantastic clearance by Peter Doherty as Brendan O'Connell now chance to go forward, and no pressure on the ball here from Adam Crowley, but is forced wide, cleared up towards Broderick, but that was slightly rushed, and the quality of the clearance was proof of that really, as the ball is cleared forward by McColgan. Here on this near side, it's Jack O'Sullivan. His chance to throw forward. Cian Lennon's interested. He tries to get the flick on. He does get the flick on. And here's Nathan Broderick now. Chance for Nathan Broderick in towards Luke Casey, but it's well cleared away by McLaughlin. Touch, it's a poor touch, and here's Mylode. Ian Mylode in the box, in the finish. It's just past the post, and that was a good opportunity for Rockmount.
He was. He did really well, actually. Good feet and to get a shot away. Probably just dragged it a bit wide, but it's good to see Rockmount sort of getting on it a little bit, you know, rather than kicking along there, going into feet, you know, to try and play, because that's what they need to do. You know, it's been too direct at times from them. You know, they just need to settle down and maybe get on the ball a little bit better. Because as I say, they're really good players when they get going.
Little lapse in concentration there, though, from Cockhill Celtic at the back. Almost cost them dearly.
It did actually, yeah, it did actually. And they need to, you know, look at the goal earlier on. There was a little bit of lack of concentration as well. So they just need to make sure to give nothing cheaply away.
As the ball is cleared forward towards Hughie O'Donovan, who does clear, but it's a chance for Crowley now to try and get the ball forward. As Mylode at the back there. Number 12, the substitution is obviously come on for Jason Sexton, who's sitting over there on the bench. He'd be very disappointed to come off so early on. And his intermediate cup final was cut short, unfortunately, but Mylode's come on in his place and giving him a chance to star in this cup final, as he just missed that opportunity there. As Cockhill Celtic look to mount another attack here in the final moments of the first half. McLaughlin with the throw. Looking to find a pass from 4 minutes added on at the end of this half. 4 minutes. So we've got plenty more action. Stay right here. Stay right here with us, because we've got 4 minutes more action here in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final first half. As the ball is cleared towards Cian Leonard. Well cleared by centre-back Oshie McColgan. Chance for Broderick now towards Murphy. Murphy takes the ball on that left side. He's had to switch sides to even try and find the ball. He's had a very quiet first half, and he doesn't even get the free kick. There's a little bit of afters there as well. Just a little bit of a kick out there. I don't know if referee will react to that too much. Murphy's stayed down. Could be a potential issue there, but he's complained to the referee that there's a little bit more to that than previously thought, but the referee doesn't seem interested in any bookings in this final so far, actually, Jerry.
No, to be fair, John McCarthy's done a really good job so far, great referee, and lets the game go, and he's not fussy and all this, and done a really good job.
It's 3 more minutes left in this FAI Intermediate Cup Final's first half, 1-1 between Cockhill Celtic and Rockmount, as the ball is cleared by Harry Doherty towards Kean Murphy. He heads it forward, but not to any great effect as McColgan retrieves it. And here's number 33, Finn McClaw. McClaw now on this left side is barged out the way, doesn't get the free kick, and it's a goal kick to Rockmount. Brendan O'Connell will be taking that one. So second half coming up. What are we expecting in the second half? Do you expect to see more from Rockmount in the second half?
I'd say they'll go in disappointed. I'd say Eddie Kenny be disappointed with the performance so far. They went 1-0 up and they had a really good spell in the first 10-15 minutes of the game, but they've sort of gone out of the game. Not easy losing Jason Sexton at the back because now they're readjusting all this. So I'd say he'll be looking for them to get a little bit more positive, a little bit more on the ball in the second half, and the players that haven't performed so well in the first half to do that.
Friel could be in behind here. Friel tries to retrieve the ball, but he can't catch up with the ball. On the Cockhill Celtic side, maybe a slight disappointment going into this first half break, but they haven't actually taken advantage of it. They're actually still level.
Well, I think Gavin will go in a half time, praising his players for their resilience and how they come back into the game and they performed and all this. And I know I'm saying with him, he's probably just more of the same. Yeah. They're causing problems for Rockmount at the back with their movement, and certainly creating opportunities, and probably just the final ball in around the penalty area is probably what they need.
Well, it's been a fantastic atmosphere here in the first half. The Cockhill Celtic supporters are really bringing a fervent atmosphere to Showgrounds in Sligo. The drum beating as both teams try and respond to it, as Cockhill Celtic once again trying to launch another attack towards Friel now. He's just going to use his body and his shape to flick it on, but doesn't have any support up there. As there's a bit of rafters off the ball, and it looks as though Adam Crowley did react to that there. There's a bit of something there, and the referee hasn't noticed it. And maybe the linesman noticed it as well, but there did seem to be a bit of movement towards the head of Luke Rudden. Brendan O'Connell now having a word, and he doesn't seem too amused by the theatrics of Luke Rudden, but the referee just going to take a bit of advice from his assistant here, and rightly so, as Friel and Adam Crowley share a few choice words we wouldn't be able to bring you live on the live stream for sure. And then now the referee's just having a little bit of word. The referee was facing completely the other direction, so he definitely didn't see what was going on. It was completely off the ball, so he has to take a bit of advice here from the linesman. Let's see if he takes any action here, because if there was a head movement towards the Cockhill player, the McBride, then could be more action here. As the referee comes in towards, he's taking a bit of advice. Let's see what he chooses to do here. He's calling one of the players over. Number 3 is calling Kean Murphy over. This could be a pivotal moment in the game here if he decides to take action. Kean Murphy getting a talking to. He's bringing him towards the dugout area. Let's see what he chooses to do. He's just having a little word with the 2 players. It's probably the right way to deal with this. Luke Rudden and Kean Murphy. And they're shaking hands. Oh, he offers the handshake. Rudden offered the handshake there and didn't take him up on it. So a little bit of a...
Probably just in a bad humour.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I don't think there was much in the incident, Andy. I think it's just a coming together.
Just a coming together. And it gives Rockmount now a chance here with the free kick. Probably the last action of the first half. An extended first half because of the injuries we've had and the stoppages we've had, that extra 4 minutes at the end of the first half. But a chance, this is a similar position to which they scored. Adam Crowley isn't free in the box today now, but the ball is now collected by Harry Doherty, and that is half time. Half time here at the Showgrounds in Sligo. It's Cockhill Celtic 1, Rockmount 1. A fantastic first half so far. Jerry, your thoughts?
Yeah, a bit of mixed fortunes for both teams in the first half. Rockmount started really well, got a good goal, and they look to be kick on from there, but they haven't. They've stuttered a little bit. In fairness to Cockhill, they got back into the game and probably deserved, to be honest,
to get a penalty. I think it was a penalty. It was a what do you call an easy one, but even still, I think it was just got wrong side, and a great finish from Lee. But I think I'll have to play for in the second half. I think both managers will go in with different view in the first half, you know. But looking forward to the second half. I think it makes for an interesting 45 minutes in the second half.
Well, we'll be bringing you the second half as we just looked down the grounds. It's 3-0 to West Ham, and it is 5-0 at half-time to Newcastle United, as Freiburg as well 1-0 up against Schalke, and 3-0 to Udinese in Serie A. So we will leave you now for the half-time break. Thank you for joining us here on FAI TV. It's 1-1 between the two teams. Come back to us in 10 minutes and we'll have the second half for you. Luke, we're here ahead of the FAI Intermediate Cup Final. You're back again, year after year. What's it been like this past year? 2 Intermediate Cup Finals. Must be some buzz down by the club.
Yeah, it's excellent. I think probably last year's final helped the club a lot. We got in a lot of kind of new players.
Hello and welcome back to the Showgrounds in Sligo as the 2 teams come back out onto the pitch here in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final between Cockhill Celtic and Rockmount. It's 1-1 and all to play for this second half. Cockhill having the better of the first half, but Cockhill will be disappointed that they weren't going into the break leading. My co-commentary partner Jerry Davis has gone missing, so if you are in the area, please do find him, and we can see. Let's just go around the grounds elsewhere. Let's just have a little score update elsewhere. So in the Premier League, it's AFC Bournemouth 0, West Ham United 3. Huge win for them after their success on Thursday night, of course, against Belgian giants Ghent. Newcastle United 5-0 up against Tottenham Hotspur. So that is the 2 score updates from the Premier League. And just the live score coming into us now from Freiburg. 2-0 up now against Schalke in the German Bundesliga. So we are on the way for the second half, as I'm still yet to find out where my co-commentary partner Jerry Davis is. So it's just me you've got now, which is probably disappointing from the entire population watching this. We don't just want me talking. That would be a disgrace. Just a reminder of the 2 teams. You have had 1 substitution. Sexton has gone off for Rockmount, who took an injury. Jerry Davis has returned now, so that's fantastic. So we're back to a full quota here on the FAI TV stream. Thanks for coming back, Jerry. I was getting worried.
Yeah, it's very difficult at half time here to get around this place.
It's great to have a crowd, isn't it?
A lot of people to talk to.
That's it. As we just run through the 2 teams again. So Cockhill Celtic, number 1, Harry Doherty, number 2, Lee McLaughlin, number 3, Lee McColgan, number 4, Peter Doherty, number 5, McColgan, number 8, Bradley, number 16, McCarran, number 10, McBride, number 23, Rudden, number 9 has been a handful so far, Friel, number 33, Finn McClaw, and then on Rockmount, the 11 that we see on the pitch, not the starting 11 because Ian Mylode has come on for Sexton, so that's number 1 O'Connell, number 2 O'Sullivan, as Owen Murphy looks to put the ball forward. It's flicked on and it's at the back post and it goes for a corner to Rockmount. And so just complete this, Adam Crowley, number 4, number 6 Hughie O'Donovan, number 7 Owen Murphy, number 8 Danny Ahern, number 9 Cian Lennon, number 10 Nathan Broderick, and number 11 Luke Casey. Ian Mylode, the man who's come on in Sexton's place during the first half. 1-1 here. Thanks for joining us on the live stream. Fantastic to see the amount of viewers have joined us today. Fantastic amount of people clued in to this Intermediate Cup Final. The ball comes into the box, into the back post. It's missed out by everybody, and that has gone for a throw-in on this near side. Fantastic amount of people tuned in to this FAI Intermediate Cup Final. So fantastic to have so many eyes on what has been a pulsating game so far. Cockhill Celtic probably slightly disappointed that they're still level.
Yeah, I think they had a better exchange in the second half, or the first half, the end of the first half, no doubt, I think the general feeling is that, talking to people at half time, and, Rockmount haven't sort of played as well as they can, and certainly it was positive in terms of how Cockhill have played. But I'm sure the 2 managers have gone in at half time and had a word with their players, the respective players, so be interested to see if there's any change, or any change in terms of how do you approach the game in the second half. I think Rockmount probably will have to play a little bit more, get on the ball, not go as direct and try and get their main players back into the game.
Well, Luke Casey being one of them, and obviously Owen Murphy. Luke Casey does there with a misplaced shot / cross maybe towards Owen Murphy. That goes for a throw-in towards Cockhill Celtic. They're the 2 players who Eddie Kenny will definitely be wanting to see on the ball a lot more, and to try and affect this game in a positive way for the Munster side up here in Sligo. As the ball is flicked on, but it's easily cleared away, and it's up towards Cian Lennon now. He's having his own personal battle with Doherty. Tries to shepherd the ball out, and he does indeed. So that is a goal kick to Cockhill Celtic. What would be your words to Cockhill Celtic at half time? Much of the same for the second half, is it?
Much the same second half, and just be a little bit tighter in the concentration levels, because the goal was poorly gave away, and had a couple of opportunities from sloppy defensive play and ball watching in the first half. But not really all, and obviously watch 1v1s with the wide players of Rockmount, because they can cause you problems. And certainly with Luke Casey's delivery from set pieces, obviously don't give away cheap free kicks or anything like that, but David in the main, and then keep that movement going from the front four in Cockhill, which has caused problems for Rockmount.
Well, they have caused a lot of problems for Rockmount, especially in the first half. Just a reminder that they did equalise through Lee McColgan from the penalty spot in off the post, and he has scored in every round of this year's competition. A fantastic feat for the Irish Amateur International, proving why this man next to me picks him regularly for his squads ahead of the Regions Cup, of course, in the summer. Very exciting time for the Irish Amateur International side, and a number of players on this pitch are starring today. None more so than Brendan O'Connell, who's now on the ball, who looked to clear forward towards Danny Ahern. He could be in towards the back post, and it's well shepherded out in the end by Adam McCarron. It's a goal kick to Cockhill Celtic. Minutes gone. We've got 1,900 people watching us live. Thank you for joining us on today's FAI TV live stream. Remember, mark it in your diary for next week. We've got St Michael's of Tipperary up against Newmarket Celtic of Clare in the FAI Junior Cup Final. Again, Owen Hayes, big player for the Irish Amateur International side, he will be on display, and plenty of other fantastic players on display as well, of course.
Yeah, well, I will, and Jimmy Carr is one of the main ones.
Of course, yeah.
Got the penalty against Gorey Rangers in the semi-final. Another smashing player, another great international, and really looking forward to a great game next week.
Great game. Should be a great crowd as well, just as good a crowd as we've had today. Fantastic support coming down from Ulster. Real fervent support, and also the people who have made the trip from Rockmount as well. As Cian Lennon looks to head it forward and towards Casey, who tries to take it down. He does turn out, and he's able to take the ball in towards Broderick. Now Broderick does well, gets the ball out towards Mylode now on the far side, into the left side, into towards Cian Lennon, but it's well collected in the end by Harry Darcy. And there's a good chance there potentially for Rockmount to create a bit of pressure.
Yeah, it's a bit better from Rockmount. It's getting the ball, a good movement. From Nathan Broderick holding on the ball, and a good run from Mylode from left full. Good delivery in, and no one really there, but that's what Rockmount need to do. Get on the ball and good movement out of it.
Dead right. As Cian Murphy looks at the ball, but it's not cleared, and it's McBride now. He's in behind, and he fires just wide of the post. But that was a little opportunity there, a little warning sign for Rockmount to be diligent at the back, as we are in the second half here, and it's 1-1. And the sun is now fully shining here in sunny Sligo. Absolutely fantastic atmosphere, fantastic setting for a football match. And it's great to be up here for this Intermediate Cup Final. As Brendan O'Connell looks to clear now. Good clearance forward, but doesn't find any of his Rockmount teammates as McClure looks to clear forward. A bit scrappy in there. Ahern heads it down towards Casey, and that goes the wrong way. He didn't mean that. That's gone towards Friel, but it's a good clearance by Crowley. Up towards Doherty now, but he's cleared it out to Luke Casey. Luke Casey now trying to get back in behind, and on this near side as we point the camera towards us, but we're being very careful not to go on camera. We don't want that. It's not what the people are tuning in for. It's a throw into Cockhill Celtic. You might not be able to see that, but trust me, it is. Ball goes forward towards Casey, heads it down. Ahern now, chance back to Casey, couldn't get the touch to Broderick, and Cockhill can get it upfield, and they will get a throw. Well battled in the end. 1-1 here in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final. Up in this gantry space here in Sligo Rovers. Obviously Sligo Rovers beat UCD 3-1 last night on this very same pitch. A fantastic victory for Sligo Rovers, pretty much needed in what is one of the most competitive seasons in the League of Ireland Premier Division we've seen for a very long time. Points difference between clubs is very minimal, and it's been fantastic to see so far. And also in the First Division as well, Galway United and Watford look set to have a real title battle battle between them as the ball goes forward towards Friel. Well battled by Hughie O'Donovan, who's able to get it forward towards Murphy now, who tries the early shot. And Doherty did well. That was a bit sneaky there from Murphy.
It was, and he actually had a bit of a look and saw where the keeper was and fancied his chances, you know.
As Rockmount look to mount another attack into Broderick now. He's just finding a little bit more space since the second half started. But it's a chance now for McLaughlin, who comes forward. So he's put under pressure by Casey, but a chance for Luke Rudden to go forward. But he gets the free kick. And McLaughlin now wins the free kick from Casey. Rockmount don't seem too happy about it, but this is a really good opportunity to get that ball in the box.
Yeah, a bit of a cheap free kick to be given away. Really, Luke needs to be a little more disciplined than that, you know, because now it's a great opportunity to deliver it into the box. Got organised now to defend this.
So number 33, Finn McClaw. As just another score update from the English Premier League, it's Newcastle 5, Tottenham 1. So the comeback is on for Spurs, as we look to find another goal here in this match as the ball goes in towards the back post and the referee finds a free kick in that before the ball is even touched. So that is a chance for Rockmount to clear through Brendan O'Connell. So 1-1 here, Cockhill Celtic versus Rockmount. We are expecting definitely more goals in this second half if the first half is anything to go by. Fantastic competitive final so far. This could go either way, so stay right with us as O'Connell clears towards Cian Leonard and Danny Ahern more like. He heads it forward. Milo looks to take it down. Ahern then tries to scoop it forward. Probably could have taken his time a little bit more. There's just a bit of panic on the ball here from Rockmount. Just need to calm it down. And like Jerry next to me has been saying constantly, to get on the ball and get them playing.
Yeah, it does, you know, and again, you know, you looked at Rockmount's approach in the second half. What would it be? You know, would it be a little bit more getting ball to feet and using the players they have, you know, and it's, you know, they're really gone back to type in terms of the second half with going long and all this, you know. They probably just need to get a hold of it a little bit better because they have the players in there.
They definitely have the players to really affect this game, none more so than Casey Murphy on either wing, but we've yet to see much of Owen Murphy in particular. He's been really quiet during this game. Luke Casey heads the ball forward there towards Murphy and he gets the free kick. And they're not happy. They are not happy with the decision to give the free kick, but the ball goes forward towards McClaw here. He could be in. Luke Rudden, he's in behind. It's well tackled in the end. He wins the ball, and the referee was happy enough with what he's seen. But that was a risky challenge, and it almost didn't pay off for him. Good opportunity there for Cockhill Celtic. Could have potentially got him behind there, Jerry.
A little bit of ball watching there from Rockmount back forward, and you nearly got in behind.
Luke Rudden with the opportunity there as Eddie Kenny takes the ball down, gives the ball to McColgan on that near side, on the far side more like. The ball goes forward towards Friel, who's yet to have an impact in the second half, very influential in the first half, has been a difficult customer for the Rockmount defenders to deal with, and especially with no more so than Jason Sexton, who's obviously already been seen off. He's been substituted due to injury, so one less defender to deal with for Friel as the ball goes forward to now on that far side with Adam McCarron. And Rockmount, Cockhill Celtic supporters are trying to get behind their team, give them a bit of encouragement. Real great atmosphere over on that far side here for the FAI Intermediate Cup Final. As McColgan looks to get the ball forward now into McBride, who takes the ball down well and shepherds the ball and gets another throw in. And McColgan again. Eddie Kenny is not happy with what he's seeing. He's directing his players around, looking to get him in position as the ball goes forward towards Friel now. And that is a goal kick. That was a good opportunity there for Cockhill Celtic, but Friel couldn't take the ball in, and Rockmount will get a chance to clear here in the 58th minute in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final. As the ball is won back by Cockhill high up the pitch here, this is an opportunity here for McBride. McBride now on the right side, could potentially get a cross in. He goes past Cian Murphy and he gets the free kick, and that's fantastic work from McBride.
It was really good play from Corey. Did a little bit of step over, went down the side, and Murphy took him down. It's a great opportunity now for Cockhill to deliver into the box.
Well, it's a real opportunity, and the second half has really gone to form at the first half. Cockhill Celtic have dominated this FAI Intermediate Cup Final, and they are looking to get themselves in front to try and take the lead, having come from behind already due to Adam Crowley's early strike for Rockmount, free strike in the area, and Lee McColgan then equalised from the penalty spot. But here's a chance for Cockhill Celtic now, chance to get the ball in the box on this near side, and the ball goes in towards the back post. It's almost over everybody, but Lee McColgan can retrieve here, gets it back towards McLaughlin, and he tries to get it into the box. It's well cleared. Bradley now takes the ball back. He scoops it towards the far post, but that's an overhit and McClaw couldn't retrieve it. Here, Cockhill Celtic versus Rockmount 1-1 as Cockhill prepare a substitute, their first substitution of the game. We look to see who it is when the fourth official, David Gallagher, puts the board up, and it's number 33, Finn McClaw, who's had a really positive influence in this game so far. He'll be coming off, and it'll be number 7, Christy McLaughlin, who will be coming on.
Yeah, Fion's done really well in the game so far.
That's a really good influence, hasn't
he?
Yeah,
really good game. I'm surprised at that one early, but obviously Gavin has something in his head. He maybe wants to change, something like that, you know.
So it is Christy McLaughlin who comes on, number 7 in his place. This could be potential for Cockhill to get a bit more quality in the forward areas and maybe get the goal that some of their players richly deserved as they get a throw in on this near side. Some choice language you might have heard there and picked up on the commentary, so apologies, it is before the watershed. As the ball goes forward towards Friel. Friel takes it down, but the referee gives a free kick, and he's not letting the early free kick be taken there, as Rockmount look to mount attack of their own, and something they haven't really done in the second half so far. And Eddie Kenny, I'm sure, would be very disappointed with what he's seen so far from his team. The title holders, of course. Long ball forward towards Luke Casey, who's going to try and take it in, and he does take it in. He does really well, in fact, and that's Casey who's going to try and win the ball back, and he does well again. Casey, real battle going on there, tries to get the ball in towards Murphy. His clearance has been blocked, and Cockhill get the throw. As McClaw on that far side takes a bit of applause from the travelling supporters, taking his victory lap, and right he should. As Rudden now tries to get on the ball, cleared back forward by Mylode, and it's another throw into Cockhill Celtic, as Rudden looks to be just struggling a little bit there with a bit of cramp. A bit early in the day to be getting cramped, you would have thought. So maybe the Cockhill Celtic bench is taking note of that. For any other potential substitutions. This ball goes forward towards Mylode now. He heads it down, but McClaw has done McBride has done really well there to find the substitute McLaughlin, and he tries to pass it into McBride, and it is well blocked in the end, and it goes through to O'Connell. That was a really good opportunity there for Cockhill to get forward, and some nice football as well.
It was, yeah, it was a good move. Got a really good position there, but I mean, it was good defending as well from Adam Crowley at the back for Rockmount. Read the situation well.
We need to see a bit more of that from Cockhill if they're going to take advantage of their fantastic play so far. Just a reminder that we will have extra time and penalties if we do not get a winner in the 90 minutes allotted. So we could have even more drama here on FAI TV. Here on a Sunday, Super Sunday on FAI TV, as McLaughlin looks to cross, a fantastic cross into McBride, poor first touch, and just cleared away. That was a real opportunity there for Cockhill Celtic.
Yeah, great move down the right hand side, great ball in, and just a little bit of a heavy touch from Corey.
Very heavy touch in the end, a real opportunity there, as a new ball is needed, as that was cleared very far away and has probably hit someone's car. Hopefully not causing any lasting damage, as McLaughlin looks to take the throw into the substitute McLaughlin, and he gets another throw in. Chance again for Cockhill to build a bit of pressure here. Can they take advantage of this pressure though? It's incessant really here in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final, and they've not taken the lead yet, and they are the team who are threatening to do so. Rockmount struggling to mount an attack, but here we go. It is McLaughlin, and he wraps up a long throw. It didn't really come off though, and it's thrown pretty much straight out of play, and I don't think he caught that well at all. "64 minutes gone here in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final, 1-1, as we look to see who will be the title holders this year. Will it be the Inner Showing Club, the first time they've ever ever got into the Intermediate Cup Final, or will it be Rockmount, who won it of course last year, the current holders? As again, Luke Rudden is struggling with cramp. It seems to be down. It's the second time he's struggling with cramp, so McLaughlin will take the throw in on this near side. And he'll get the play back underway. McLaughlin now looks towards McCarran, but he doesn't seem interested. Goes up the line towards Friel, who's been a real handful all day, and does well, holds it off to McCarran. Cross comes in early, chance for O'Connell to come out and claim, and he does. That was an opportunity potentially for Corey McBride to get in, but wasn't alive to it, and Rockmount will get the chance to clear once again, as O'Connell elects to do that, up towards Cian Leonard. Taken down well by Bradley though. That's lovely football from Bradley, nice stuff, and he gets the round of applause he probably deserves. But Jack O'Sullivan trying to clear, closed down very well, but here's Owen Murphy on the ball now. Can he wield some influence in this final? He's not done so yet, but can he have a pivotal part to play in the deciding the winner of this game, as the ball goes forward towards Murphy, and Harry Doherty claims the ball quite easily in the end. McBride now tries to find the ball forward towards Luke Rudden. Ball cleared up towards McColgan, and tries to get the step on. Does wow, McColgan under pressure, and gets the clearance up towards Jack O'Sullivan, who throws the ball into play straight away. He doesn't take a moment to breathe, and this incessant FAI Intermediate Cup Final continues as Owen Murphy is taken down. Referee didn't get the applause of the crowd that time. The mainly Ulster crowd from Cockhill, definitely towards Cockhill Celtic, this crowd, and they didn't like the award of that free kick. But a chance for Rockmount to get this ball forward and put some pressure on their own, as Eddie Kenny tries to get some instructions onto the pitch on that far side. Chance for Owen Murphy now to get the ball forward as he goes forward towards Cian Leonard, but he's headed behind, and it goes for a corner here to Rockmount. Good opportunity now, this set piece.
Good delivery from Luke Casey, and they're a difficult one to deal with, you know. Good flight in the ball, and obviously the defender had to go and deal with it and knock it out for a corner, so good opportunity there for Rockmount.
Well, Rockmount obviously scored from a set piece in the first half. It's completely free in the area, really. Adam Crowley, you're very disappointed watching that back. Cockhill Celtic completely free, and can they take advantage here from another set piece on this near side? Another big delivery needed from Casey, and it comes along the ground in towards Bradley, and that is what is known in the industry as a waste. As it goes to Broderick now, he takes a shot, well saved, punched away, as McLaughlin looks to try and take this ball in, but it's well cleared in the end, and Rockmount can keep up this pressure in towards Leonard, but he can't keep McColgan quiet, and he clears the ball upfield. But that was a really good opportunity there from Broderick.
Yeah, it really was. Good strike from Nathan. Good save though. Keeper got two good hands on it and dealt with it really, really well. But a good strike from Nathan.
Definitely need more moments like that from Rockmount if they're going to defend their title, as we're getting another score update from the English Premier League. I'll give you that in a moment, as Luke Casey at the back post, and that was a fantastic save, and that could be a pivotal moment in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final.
What a save, great move from Rockmount down the right, it's a great ball in from Owen Murphy, and Luke got across the defender. Well, what a save with his feet, keeper going the other way. Great save, Doherty.
Well, we've looked for more from Murphy and Casey, and that could have been the moment to give them a really important advantage in this final. And it, like Jerry said, it was an incredible save from Harry Doherty. A fantastic save with his feet, reaction save, and it keeps us level at 1-1. As Rockmount now trying to wield a bit more influence in this final. Have they finally woken up the holders? Have they finally started to get the game going? As Casey goes back towards Ahern now. Ahern, oh, that's a crunching tackle. And he is hurt and he has been taken out. And we have our first booking in the game. I can give you that score update from the English Premier League right now. It is now Newcastle 6, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Incredible scoreline coming out of the English Premier League today. So that looked a crunching challenge there. Ahern seems to be fine though, Jerry.
Yeah, I think so. He's a strong boy, Danny.
Strong boy.
But I think he just left himself a little bit open there, and then Garvin Friel come in late. But good opportunity. Really good to see Rockmount moving the ball, getting on it, moving it a little bit better, getting into feet, and a lot better from them.
Much better. They've definitely finally woken up here as the ball goes out wide towards Murphy, who looks to run inside now. He gets past two. Murphy on the ball here, looks to fire towards goal, and that has gone high, wide, and not very handsome from Murphy. And listen to that crowd. They are loving that. That's as good as a goal to them, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure Owen has had to say a few things to them as well during the game, so I think that's probably where that's come from. But good to see Rockmount changing things, putting a different dynamic on it, getting into feet, rather than just playing it forward a little bit, it's good to see. They've obviously got, Eddie Kenny's probably obviously changed his approach a little bit in order to do that, so it'll be interesting to see going forward.
As Rockmount looks to mount another attack here, and they're definitely in the ascendancy in this game as ball tries to go forward towards Broderick, but Murphy again will have a chance to switch the ball out towards Casey. It's well headed away by McLaughlin, but well followed up by Mylord as Casey now tries to turn inside, tries to get the better of McLaughlin. He does well. McLaughlin shepherds it, and Bradley can clear up towards Friel. As ball goes forward now back towards Brendan O'Connell. 1-1 here in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final, and we're almost up to the 70-minute mark. 20 or so minutes left, depending on what the referee chooses to add it on, and we're still tied at 1-1, but Rockmount in the ascendancy here as they look to come forward again. Mylode on this side towards Leonard. Can he take it down? He's under pressure from Doherty, and that looked like a free kick, and it is a free kick. But definitely Rockmount, there's been a slight change in what we've seen in their approach, as Jerry has pointed out. Influence of Nathan Broderick as well. He seems to be getting on the ball a lot more, and it's been great to see from the holders.
It has, yeah. Even that even the balls are playing forward are going into feet. They're not going into the air. They're going into feet. They're being held up, and they're linking the play well, a lot better than they did in the first half. So it's good to see.
Adam McCarron is on deck, as we can see on the live stream there, so he is down at the moment, so physio's just coming on. Chance for the two teams to just get a little breather in what has been a really incessant Intermediate Cup Final. Ball has been in play for much of the game, and it's just been constant action throughout this match from the Showgrounds in Sligo. As we just get a chance to go around the grounds here. Bournemouth have conceded another goal in the English Premier League. That's 4-0 West Ham now. So that is 4-0 West Ham. And then reminder, 6-1 Newcastle Tottenham. As Freiburg have a 2-0 advantage into half-time. Monza have taken the lead against Fiorentina, incredibly. That is a 5-goal thriller. A 3-2 lead against Fiorentina. Incredible stuff here in the Serie A, as Udinese still have their 3-0 advantage. Into Liga, Ajaccio and Brest are still 0-0. Lorient and Toulouse, it's 1-0 to Toulouse, and Lens versus Troyes is 1-1 as well. So plenty of action going around the grounds in Europe, but none so more than right here in the Showgrounds in Sligo. Fantastic action as it's 1-1 between Cockhill Celtic and Rockmount, as the ball is headed down towards Bradley now. He looks to get the ball out wide straight away towards Rudden, who's been struggling with cramp, remember. See if that pays any dividends in this second half. Good tackle, but Rudden now is away with the ball in towards McBride, but he just couldn't find the pass. And that was a good opportunity there from Rudden, and he could have found the pass, which could have been pivotal. O'Connell now with a chance to clear. The Irish amateur international goalkeeper, and he's cleared it. So far it's gone up all the way to Harry Doherty, and Cian Leonard is not very happy there with the level of service he's getting, as the ball is now cleared in the other direction. It's well battled for. Rockmount looks to take the ball down. It's really well done by Broderick. He tries to find Owen Murphy, but the pass was just slightly overhit and it goes for a throw-in as those sarcastic cheers from the Ulster crowd continue to rain down on Owen Murphy. A good bit of to and fro-in from the crowd and the players here. Ball goes forward towards Friel, who's still battling away there. He's making himself felt by the Rockmount defenders. But here's Broderick now, chance for him to come forward. Finds the ball to Leonard. Leonard, poor first touch, but he gets the opportunity to get it forward towards Mylod. And he doesn't find the pass, and it's well cleared up the line now towards Hughie O'Donovan. Ball forward towards from Cian Murphy. Oh, it's punched by Broderick, and that is a yellow card, and that is the silliest yellow card I think we've ever seen, Joe.
Yeah, I think it's probably born out of frustration rather than anything else. You know, it's Nathan would have expected the ball into feet there, and obviously he goes too high. But I think that's just frustration. Definitely
from a place of frustration, but the crowd are absolutely loving every moment which goes against the Munster Senior League club. Heavy backing down here in Sligo from the Ulster Senior League club. By the way, Jerry, I don't know if you know this, but you are actually meant to be picking the man of the match.
Yeah.
You
at
are,
the moment, yeah.
You are,
yeah,
so
I'm well aware of that.
One for you to think about as we go towards the final stages of the games. Keep that in mind. You have the honour of selecting the man of the match, and there's plenty of candidates on display.
Yeah, plenty good performance so far, you know. But I think there's a lot more in this game yet. Lot to sit to play for, and no doubt that someone's going to be a hero on the day to win it for their respective clubs.
As Cian Leonard challenges for the ball, but it's well battled for by Doherty in the end. Leader at the back. There's Owen Murphy there. He's just sensing a bit of frustration out of him as well. He's giving a stern talking to the substitute Ian Milos, and a bit of chat in between from the Rockmount players. You just sense there is a bit of frustration between the players at the moment here for the Munster Senior League club.
I think at the moment the game's died a little bit. I think it's crying out now for something to take hold of it, you know. It's probably that time of the day as well. 20 minutes to go.
15
minutes to go.
15 minutes,
well, it's 20 minutes with the added on time, so
probably
it's
you're dead right.
But it's a case where they're looking for someone else to get on it and grab a hold of it, whatever that. And nobody wants. So everyone wants to be the hero, but nobody wants to be the villain and give something away, or give a free away, or give a tackle away, or penalty, or make the mistake, you know. But interest time of the game always.
It's a slight break in play here as another Rockmount player is suffering with injury. It's Cian Leonard this time. Looks like he's just struggling with his shin. But lots of things there. And Rudden for Cockhill Celtic is also struggling again with cramp. So he's gone across to get a little bit more liquids on board. He's also had a bit of gel there earlier. So let's see if that's made any impact whatsoever. As we are now into what can be defined as the final stages of the game here on FAI TV here for the Intermediate Cup Final. Fantastic audience both in the ground and at home here watching the game. 2,300 people watching it, so fantastic, and thank you for tuning in on this Sunday afternoon, Super Sunday here on FAI TV. Here from the Showgrounds in Sligo, and we are bringing you, remember, so do make sure you put it in your diary next week, the FAI Junior Cup Final between St Michael's of Tipperary and Newmarket Celtic from Clare. Big final, big chance for Newmarket Celtic. First time they're ever in the Junior Cup Final in their long history.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
isn't it, really?
First time ever, and it's great, and they've really worked hard to get there. You know, the teams they've beaten along the way. You know, Cumberland United and Ballinanty, and you know, it's in a great achievement for them. You know, great achievement for the likes of Owen Hayes, and you know, he's had a great career down there, one club man and all this. You know, so it's great for him to get into the final. You know,
great striker for you as well.
He has been, yeah, he has. He really has. He's excelled at European level for us. You know, scored some important goals, and you know, he's a really good guy as well, and great commitment from him. You know, as all the players are.
To people who are probably watching maybe this level of the game for the first time, we probably have quite a few people who are. You know, the difference between intermediate and junior level, is there much of a difference in your eyes?
Not really at the top level, I wouldn't imagine. It's there's and anyone from the intermediate game will tell you that the players or a manager, and they'd love to sign some of the players that are playing junior level.
Yeah.
And it's just that they play with their local clubs or they play with their friends and all this, and that's what they're happy at. That's where they feel most comfortable at. But a lot of the players that we have could play at any level, and a lot of them could step up to League of Ireland level, which they've had the offers, but they choose not to. They want to play and represent their country and play for their local clubs.
Well, we just had a substitution there. Cian Leonard has gone off. He is really struggling with his shin, so he has come off. So this is a bit of a blow for Rockmount. It's actually meant a little bit of a shift in this in the formation as well, with Bradley Walsh coming onto the pitch now. Bradley Walsh has come out onto this left side. Luke Casey has now gone up front, so he's now the striker with Cian Leonard off the pitch. And let's see if that has any major influence on the game. But 2 players now lost to injury from Rockmount, and let's see if Cockhill Celtic can take advantage of this in the final stages as we head towards the final 10 minutes of the game. We are expecting a bit of stoppage time as we just had there, so we could have another 15 minutes here to enjoy here in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final, or maybe more. Of course, we've got 30 minutes potentially of extra time and then of penalties as well, so be a longer. Does the expenses go up, Jerry, if we do get all of that?
I hope so, yeah.
That's
I
right.
hope so, yeah.
Save the invoice. As the ball is cleared towards Danny Ahern, taken down towards Case now by Murphy, tries to chip it forward, doesn't get there, but it's well intercepted. Here's Murphy again, back into Broderick now. Broderick tries to get on the end of that, but Doherty comes across and clears well, but it's only as far as Murphy, who will take the throw in here, and he is getting a lot of stick from that crowd. I think he's probably brought it on himself a little bit, but will he have the last laugh in this game, to quote Alan Partridge? And he's headed it. The crowd are loving this, aren't they, Jerry?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Bradley Walsh coming on, he's come on in previous rounds, has done really well, and he's lively, and it's fresh legs up front. Could cause Cockhill problems.
Well, let's see if he can have an influence on this match. They'll be hoping so on this left side as Cockhill looks to get the ball forward. Rudden now looks for the early ball forward, couldn't find it towards McLaughlin, who's a substitute himself, tries to chip it over the head of Broderick, but Broderick does well, shepherds the ball out of play, and he gets the throw in, so he does well there. Throw into Rockmount, chance to go forward. Eddie Kenny is not happy at all. He's really voicing his displeasure on the touchline there. You can just see how exacerbated he is by what he's seen from some of his players. Head goes in there, does well, gets it to Broderick. Broderick now tries to get the ball forward. It's blocked. Long ball forward was attempted, but now it's in towards Friel. Friel could be in behind it. Friel onside. Friel in the area. Tries to turn, needs support. Tries to find Rudden, I think it was in the end. Or it was actually McBride coming in, but now it's another chance to cross in towards McBride, and it's cleared away for a corner, and that's exactly what we want to see from Cockhill.
Absolutely, good work from Garvin Friel, holding the ball up, really clever, and they were unlucky with the ball that came back in, but even there, a great ball in from the left hand side and a good block from Hughie O'Donovan, but good move from Cockhill.
Friel has been a real handful all afternoon there, and he almost really positively influenced this game in that passage of play as Cockhill look to take the lead in the final stages of this match into the last 10 minutes of the game, and chance here from the corner as O'Connor tries to find a bit of space, in towards the near post, and it's headed out of play for another. It's a goal kick. It's a goal kick, and the referee has given a goal kick, and Rockmount will get a chance to clear. So slight opportunity wasted there from Cockhill.
Yeah, it was actually. There was a sort of floaty ball in, easy to deal with, in a really good position.
Really good position, and Cockhill couldn't take advantage of that as O'Connell gives a few instructions to his defenders in front of him. And you do feel any goal now would be pivotal as a substitution on that far side. Number 10, Broderick, has come off, and just looking for the player who has just come on to turn around so I can see what number he is and then confirm to you.
AFC, number 10, Nathan Broderick, who is number 16.
So that's Jake Courtney has come on. So Courtney and Bradley Walsh has come on in the second half now for Rockmount. Into the final stages now. Can they have a positive influence? Ball goes forward now towards this near side. And Rockmount have a chance to mount an attack on this side, but go square towards Luke Casey now, does well on the ball towards Walsh. Walsh now does well, takes the ball in. Can he wrestle away from the attentions? The early ball in towards Doherty. This could go in. Oh, it's just over the bar. And it was a good potential opportunity there, which just about shepherded out of play by the goalkeeper, Doherty. So, 1-1 here into the final stages of the game. 7 minutes left, as the goalkeeper has just taken a little bit of a break as he looked to go around the ground. Still 4-0 West Ham. Newcastle Tottenham is 6-1. Remarkable for scoreline coming out there. Barcelona and Atletico Madrid have just kicked off. 27 minutes in, 0-0 between the two Spanish giants. 3-0 to Freiburg now, and that has gone to form, really. Monza are still beating Fiorentina 3-2. And Toulouse are still 1-0 up against Lorient in Ligue 1. So that is a big scoreline coming out of France. Lorient's home form this year has been absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. But chance for Cockhill Celtic to get the ball forward and potentially mount what at this stage you would feel would be a match-winning attack. Like, this could potentially be a big scoreline if they can get a goal now. Chance to put the ball back to McLaughlin. There's a bit more space in this pitch now, as you can see. McCarron out to McLaughlin, finds a bit more room. McLaughlin chance to cross. He does find that cross, early ball in, and it's in towards McBride now, and he almost found the pivotal touch, but it was cleared away, and trying to get Luke Casey on the ball early, but couldn't find him as Murphy battles away, does well. Can he turn away from McLaughlin, the substitute McLaughlin, and he gets the free kick. And he is happy to get that free kick as the crowd responds fervently to that. But Rockmount have a chance here to get the ball forward and into the final stages of the game. Any goal now will be what you feel would be a match-winning goal. So this could, anything now could decide the FAI Intermediate Cup Final. Will it be going to Rockmount, who are the holders from the Munster Senior League, or will Cockhill do it for the first time in their history, first time they're ever in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final? Can they make their history count as Murphy gets the ball forward towards... the keeper's done well. Doherty comes out. Walsh now takes the ball down. Chance for him to turn away, but Cockhill Celtic could launch counter-attack here. Walsh loses the ball and trying to get Rudden underway, but he is really struggling now, Rudden. He doesn't seem to be moving well at all, and I'll be surprised if Gavin Cullen keeps it on, because I don't think he's actually asking to be substituted. So I think that's could be the end of... Rudden's game there. I think he probably should go down, to be honest, and he is going down, and that could be the end of his game. He's just this would be a big loss for Cockhill Celtic, because he's had a really good positive influence on the game.
I think he's struggling with cramp. He's done a lot of running. Harry Doherty did really well with the free kick. He dealt with it really well. Came and made a decision early. He's come through a lot of players and got really good hands on it. Really important. He's done really well today. You know, from the save, which was a really a game changer when they made a point blank save. He's done really well in goal for Cockhill today. Decision making has been really good.
Almost coming to the time where you probably need to pick your man of the match, and many fantastic candidates on display, but obviously you do have the potential for extra time as Rudden comes off the pitch. I'm just looking for the player who's come on to turn around so I can see his glorious number and confirm exactly who that is. It's number 42, Adam McLaughlin, another McLaughlin. So McLaughlin's well represented today by Cockhill. So throwing comes in, chance to clear, just spiked up into the air though, so headed back forward towards Walsh, but he sort of gives up the chase and Luke Casey couldn't follow in, so Harry Doherty now has the chance to clear for Cockhill Celtic. 88 minutes gone. 2 minutes of normal time remaining as Danny Ahern heads it forward towards McCarron now. McCarron does well, gets it to Christy McLaughlin. Looks to get the throw, and he does win the throw. He's happy to get that throw, and chance now for Cockhill to put a bit of pressure on from that far side. McColgan, who's been quiet in the second half, the goal scorer, of course, from the penalty spot, the Irish Amateur International. Throws it forward towards Friel, who tries to take it down, but does well in the end to shepherd that through. But ball goes forwards now, and Cockhill get another chance to reset and launch another attack. It's been a very even second half. If Cockhill... Oh, here we go, McBride flicked on to McBride now. Ball goes into the box. A chance at the back post. McColgan was it, but it was really well saved in the end. And that was a really big opportunity for McLaughlin. Actually, it was McLaughlin in the end who had the opportunity, but he couldn't make it towers. Doherty heads it forward. Walsh now takes the ball down, tries to save, and there's so much space on this pitch now opened up as Bradley looks to go forward. There's a bit of afters off the ball between Friel and Crowley, I think it was, but the ball is cleared away, and Rockmount want Murphy and Casey to get going as the ball goes forward towards Casey. Well cleared. This is a really intense game now. You can sense the atmosphere just gone up a little bit there as Bradley plays it out towards McLaughlin here, and opportunity for him to get down the line. Ahern comes in, great tackle from Ahern. That is perfect tackling from Ahern from the big man, and he has got the ball forward, and there's an opportunity now for Walsh here. He didn't expect the ball to stay in play. Walsh forward to Casey, but it's a poor ball forward, and he couldn't find the right pass. Murphy and Casey don't seem happy out there with what they've had to deal with in this second half. Definitely been a more even second half. Both teams have been right at it. Chances for both teams. But it has been one of those games where both teams are scared to concede. As the ball goes forward towards Walsh now. He could be in behind. Walsh tries to get on the end of that ball, but Doherty does well, comes out and clears. And Doherty might have been hurt in the process there.
Yeah, I think he just nicked him. I think good decision for the keeper. Made a decision early, and he needed to.
And another player. Oh, 5 minutes added on by the end of this game. Jerry, you were dead right. You were right with your 5 minutes.
I'm always
Put
really
the lottery
on.
Absolute oracle next to me. It's 5 minutes of added on time.
Players are struggling a little bit at the moment with cramp and all this because
it's been an incessant game though, hasn't it, Jerry?
Yeah, it has been. It's been a high tempo.
Players struggling with
giving it all.
It's been a fantastic final, and we are looking at another potential substitution. Lee McColgan's coming off here. So Lee McColgan, number 3, his name was put up. Obviously he is down, so looking to take him off. And Jason Breslin is coming on. So that's the end of McColgan's game, and that is his FAI Intermediate Cup Final over. A run to the final which has included a goal in every round of the competition. He's scored in every round of the competition. He's getting a rousing reception there at the Irish Amateur International, and he's had a big part to play in today's final, Jerry.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, I think it's obviously cramp or something there. He's done really well, Lee. You know.
So Breslin has come on here into the final stages. We're into added time, 5 minutes added on, so you'd imagine we've still got 5 minutes to play. That's a really poor touch though. Rockmount, we're disappointed with that. So Milo now tries to get the ball forward. Opportunity to go down the line. Puts it into Ahern, who finds the ball forward to Murphy. Back to Ahern, tries to get on the end of the pass there. He gets a little nick in the tackle, but the referee isn't giving that as a free kick, and Ahern is now down. So a load of bodies on the canvas throughout this second half, a number of injuries.
Supporters, either at full time or at the end of extra time, please do not encroach on the pitch. We don't want any pitch invasion.
No pitch invasions being shouted out here at the FAI Intermediate Cup Final. That includes you, Jerry. Make sure you don't go on the pitch, please, at the end of the game.
I'm all right.
As we go into the final stages of this match now, as Rockmount looks to mount an attack here. Luke Casey with the ball into the box towards the back post. Oh! And that was not far away, Jerry. That could have been a crucial moment.
It wasn't at all, because you looked at Harry Doherty's face, and he was worried about it as well, because looped over the top of him. It was one of those things that sometimes happens out of nothing. You get a goal, you know. But good try from Luke.
Fantastic try from Luke, who's now gone into the centre forward position. Of course, Keane Lennon's gone off injured. Jason Sexton went off injured in the first half for Rockmount as well. So they've been struggling with injuries as well. But Lee McColgan has now gone off for Cockhill with an injury as well. So it has been a frenetic pace of a game as McCarran goes up for it with Ahern. And Bradley scoops it forward towards Friel, but it's headed away and does well towards Owen Murphy. Can he take it down? Under the attentions of the substitute, Adam McLaughlin. Good tackle. And there's a little bit of spice there on the far side from Eddie Kenny. He tries to retrieve the ball a little bit quickly, maybe a bit too quickly, but Rockmount get the ball back underway and get the play back underway. As Ahern loses it in the middle of the park, and chance for Friel to put some pressure on Adam Crowley, who's had to be diligent all afternoon and has had a really good game at the back there for Rockmount. As the ball now go forward from the Munster Senior League side, who look to defend their title, looking for a crucial goal. Or are we headed for extra time? And then penalties. You get more than you bargained for here on FAI TV. As the ball goes forward towards Friel, but O'Connell does well to claim it. And we'll be getting just one more opportunity here in normal time from either of Cockhill Celtic or Rockmount, as the ball looks to be taken down by Walsh. But it's a long punt forward, and Walsh couldn't really track it in the air as the ball goes for a throw-in. We're up to the discretion of the match official, John McCarthy. See how much time he continues to add on as the ball is cleared by Hughie O'Donovan. There's a lot of anxious voices out there on the pitch, and from either bench as well. Frenetic attitude from either bench, and look to see if we can get a winner in this Intermediate Cup Final. Ball is thrown forward. McCarran does well, battles hard for it, gets the header on into Bradley. Bradley looks for Friel, but McBride could be interested here. It could be either Friel or McBride. Friel does catch up to the ball and he can turn away now. Can he get an opportunity here? Keeps the ball, does well, but he loses it there, and that is very disappointing. I think he just saw the fitness there letting him down slightly. He seemed very tired there from Friel, but I suppose he's been in a massive battle today, hasn't he?
He has. He's done well, and he's given it an awful lot today and caused problems and led the line really, really well.
Will he get one more opportunity in this Intermediate Cup Final? As McLaughlin defends from the front very well, as that is full time. Well, it is full time in this FAI Intermediate Cup Final, and we have extra time. Jerry, your thoughts in the second half?
Yeah, probably it was a funny half because they both started really, really well, both the teams, and there was some decent opportunities. Great save from Doherty, absolutely great save. That was the big standout moment of the second half.
Yeah.
A lot of tiredness got into the legs and injuries, and a lot of changes. It's gone a bit loose and raggedy, but it's all there to play for still, But it's crying out now for a hero to step up from one of the teams now to go and win the game all right.
What would you be saying to either one of the teams now? What would be the message?
If at the moment if you don't do anything stupid, don't give anything away, keep things tight, whatever that, and stay in the game. Certainly, you need to, you can't now be looking at running around chasing endless long balls. You need to get into feet, you need to be more careful with your passing. Keep your concentration levels as best you can, and with tired legs and all this now, your set pieces are vital, because it's just a decent delivery in and good movement, and you could score off one of them, and that's what I'd really be saying, especially in the final third, to make sure you don't waste anything at all.
Well, we'll come back to you in a second with extra time remaining. We're excited here to bring you extra time on FAI TV, and we'll be back with you in just a second.
I'll stay around the manager, and when you're walking past Terry, tell Terry just to get the penalties, the goals back. And I'll get the manager's reaction. I'll get it.
Hello and welcome back here to FAI TV with me, Kieran Crowley. You join me and Jerry Davis here for an extra time between Cockhill Celtic and Rockmount. 1-1. Adam Crowley with the opening goal. A fantastic finish from close range after a set piece. But Lee McColgan levelled the tie up from the penalty spot. Is a goal in every stage of the competition from him, from the Irish Amateur International. As we look to get the first half of extra time underway. What a treat we have here for you on FAI TV, and thank you so much to everyone for tuning in here on this Super Sunday here on FAI TV. We've got another final to bring you next week. We'll be live right here, and luckily I won't be commentating next week, so definitely tune in for that because it will be much better. As Cockhill Celtic look to get underway with James Bradley, who's had a fantastic influence in this game so far. And let's see if we can get that pivotal goal between these two teams to decide which way the FAI Intermediate Cup will go. Will it be going up to Ulster or will it be going down to Munster? Let's find out in the first half of extra time. So 30 minutes, 15 minutes of course, each half. And then if we still can't get a winner, we'll be going straight to penalties. So fantastic final here for you on this Sunday as Rockmount look to come forward. Let's see if the substitutions can have a positive influence as Walsh tries to get the ball under control. Played in towards Murphy now. Murphy does well, turns away. Murphy again tries to pass in towards Courtney, but can't find him. Murphy's looking for a little bit more movement from the big substitute. This ball then goes back to Milo, into Danny Ahern, who's been fantastic today for Rockmount. He's done really well. As Walsh looks to carry the ball forward, but it's cleared for a throw-in. This is better from Rockmount in the first half of extra time. Ball scooped towards the right side and out towards Casey now, who puts it back towards Murphy, but Bradley goes in and does well, and he gets past another player. Can Bradley find the pass now? Bradley turns inside, finds McBride, but he passed it behind him and he wasn't aware of it. It was a bit of a waste in the end by Bradley, who now has to try and get back, who seems to be struggling with a bit of cramp. It is offside from Luke Casey, and it was well saved anyways.
Yeah, good move there. Great break from Jimmy Bradley. Read the play really well and broke in. Just a final ball. Good interception from Adam Crowley. And a good counter from Rockmount. I think a yard offside from Luke.
I think we saw in that phase of play that fitness is going to be a key issue in this.
Yeah, it is. And that's, you can see now teams are going a little bit longer now, and getting bodies up around it. But fitness will be a big part now.
As the ball is taken down, and it is Hughie O'Donovan who's done really well and gets the throw in. Referee's not happy with where that was taken from, so be a throw into Rockmount on that far side. First half of extra time. Here between Cockhill Celtic and Rockmount, 1-1 in the Intermediate Cup Final as the ball goes forward towards Courtney. Big man, Courtney. Going to be a handful for the Cockhill Celtic defence. Crowley tries to clear under pressure from Friel, who is trying to have a bit more influence in this game. Ball is taken down by Walsh. That was a suspicion of handball, but here goes Murphy now. Murphy does well. He's got runners on either side. Murphy, can he find an option? Can he shoot though? And it was blocked in the end by Peter Doherty. And this is a chance to counter-attack from Bradley now. Bradley into McLaughlin. Out to Christy McLaughlin, who does well. Christy McLaughlin now. Potential chance. Turn inside, and it's well cleared in the end by Kean Murphy, who did his job when needed. Throwing in towards McCarran. You can really see the fitness now starting to take effect as McLaughlin now looks to swing it in towards the back post. It's well headed away, and Murphy now can take the ball in as the ball goes forward towards Courtney. Courtney commits the foul though. He doesn't use his body at all well in the end and ends up giving away a free kick. Substitutes for Rockmount, who's trying to maybe find what would be potentially a winning goal in this extra time up here in Sligo. As the crowds continue to go. No one's left the grounds early, by the way. It's great to see. People have stayed for all of the action on sunny Sligo day. As the ball goes to Hugh O'Donovan, ball cleared forward. This could be a potential chance now. Luke Casey is in behind, and the keeper comes out well and claims the ball, and that was fantastic from Harry Darcy. You have to be aware, good pace turn by Casey.
He did. He made a good decision as well. Cut the flight of the ball early and made a good decision to stay in his box so he could deal with it easier. Bradley
now looks to put the ball long forward towards Friel. Will it stay in play? And Friel does keep the ball in. He slips and he concedes the goal kick, and it's a bit of a shame for Friel. He did so well to catch up with the ball there, but he goes for a goal kick to Rockmount. Brendan O'Connell, as we are seeing on that far side, just a little bit concerned. I think that's Kean Leonard who's actually getting stretchered away. I do hope he's okay. He might have really suffered a nasty injury there by the looks of things, and he might be on his way to hospital there. He's on the stretcher, and it does appear like that is a more serious injury than we first thought. But Cockhill Celtic looking to make a substitution here. First substitution of extra time. Another substitution for Cockhill Celtic. Can one of these substitutions be a pivotal player? Number 42, Adam McLaughlin, is coming off for Daniel Doherty. So Adam McLaughlin, who came on himself as a substitute, has now been taken off, and it's Daniel Doherty. So I think might have been a little injury there, and he is pointing towards his hamstring actually over there on the bench. So I think that was an injury for Adam McLaughlin. Shame for him, obviously coming on as a substitute to be taken off. But Daniel Doherty on in his place now for Cockhill Celtic. As ball is cleared forward towards Friel. Good tussle going on with Ahern, headed down now. McLaughlin, chance to turn inside. He does turn inside. Can he get a cross in? Gives it back to Bradley, who's done really well to get a cross out. McCarran now. Can he shoot? Can he fire towards goal? He does shoot, but it is blocked. McCarran then back to Bradley. Can he keep the ball? Walsh goes in for the tackle. That's a really good tackle in the end, and that is a goal kick, and that's well battled for by Cockhill Celtic, but to no dividends just then. Seven minutes gone in this first half of extra time, and yet to see any key goal malfaction. Just a case of don't make a mistake at the moment, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah, he has a real feel of penalties so far, because a lot of third bodies out there, and you can see it sort of in some of the pass and in some of the movement. But yeah, don't make a mistake at the moment and stay in the game.
Courtney goes up for it but doesn't win it, but it is Murphy now on the right side, gets the cross into the box almost towards Casey. It's a poor ball in the end, didn't find its recipient, and then Bradley Walsh tries to get out there. Crowd trying to get behind Cockhill Celtic as much as possible. Some great atmosphere being created inside this ground. It's great to see, but it was a bit of a chance there for Casey to find the cross, couldn't find the quality there.
No. Again, a little bit of a tired sort of a cross. Yeah. Atmosphere has been great today, to be fair. It's been a great occasion with the crowd and all this, and good entertaining game. Officials have been excellent. John McCarthy's been excellent in the middle of the park. Really controlled the game really well.
And we've been treated for 30 more minutes of action. And then potentially, like Jerry says, could be penalties. It does seem to be edging that way. There's no real chances just yet. You do feel it could be a mistake, and fitness is definitely starting to take effect. You can see some of the players are really struggling with the pace of the game, and the substitutes will be important in that regard. As McLaughlin throws the ball forward towards Friel, but he doesn't compete for it, and taken down by Murphy, who's grown into the game more and more as the game has gone on. And Murphy goes down, and almost the ball came towards our camera there. Almost smashed us in the face, which would have been entertaining for the viewer, I'm sure, as it is a throw-in to Rockmount. Another ball is required on this near side, so Milo's with the Murphy's looking for the bounce, but Ahern takes it in, does well, shields the ball well. Can he get back up? And Bradley wins that battle. Friel now trying to get on the end of this, and he does get on the end of it. Cian Murphy loses that battle. Friel tries to turn, keeps the ball. Can he find the teammate? Can he release? Bradley's there in support, and he gets the throw-in, I think. Oh, he doesn't get the throw-in. You've got to say that is very tight decision making there from Friel and Bradley.
Yeah.
Milo now with the throw. Into Huey O'Donovan, the ever-present Huey O'Donovan. Long ball forward now towards Courtney. He tries to get on the end of it, and keeper comes out well, does well. That was a nice early spot there from Ahern. Trying to get the ball forward to Courtney. Was trying to get in behind, couldn't quite find him there. Still 1-1 here in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final. Harry Doherty with a clearance. It's towards the far side. McBride still putting in the yards, hard yards. Friel is in behind him. Friel could be in behind and does well. Brendan O'Connell. Great awareness there from Brendan O'Connell.
Yeah, as I said earlier, you need to get concentration levels. You need to be right at it, and Brendan was there, luckily enough, because Friel was in.
As long ball forward towards Courtney. He doesn't win his header though, as Cian Murphy looks to get the ball back forward. Ahern now into Murphy. Looks to find Casey. Well cleared in the end. Really attentive work from McColgan. Ball turns back, and that's McBride on the ball, and he does win the free kick. So good football there from Cockhill Celtic, both at the back and from McBride. And the crowd respond once again. They're really getting behind their team. They've travelled all the way down here from Ulster and really giving a significant backing to their team, Cockhill Celtic. And can Cockhill Celtic muster up the energy to potentially find the match-winning moments as McCarran rallies the team as he goes off the pitch. He is off, and it is Stephen Duffy, number 11, who comes on the pitch. Adam McCarran, great shift from him.
Great shift, yeah, in midfield. Yeah, it really was, you know. Really was. Again, fresh legs coming in from Cockhill, and you need fresh legs at this time of the game.
Absolutely, yeah. Stephen Duffy is on into the fray, and he needs to get to the pace of the game quickly. But here's McLaughlin now on that far in this near side. McLaughlin does well to get past the Ahern, but the Ahern's still there for attention, and it's shot, and it was only parried away from O'Connell in the end. And like you were saying there, Jerry, that concentration's needed.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Actually, it was a good strike. Bounced right in front of Brendan, and Brendan dealt with it well, but it was good movement. It's good move from Garvin Friel to hold the ball up and link the play in.
And that was a big opportunity, as big of an opportunity we've had in this extra time. And it falls to the Ulster Senior League club, Cockhill Celtic. Chance now for the cross to come into the box from the corner. Goes towards the near post, it's flicked on, and it's almost heading into the net. It's Bradley now at the back post, tries to scoop it towards the back post. Here's McLaughlin now, into the area, tries to get the cross in. Well cleared away in the end though by Rockmount, and they just about survived that, Jerry.
They did. I think it was Usher McColgan got the flick on for the back post, and it was a great little flick on, difficult to deal with for Rockmount.
Getting a bit of goal mouth action here in extra time in the Showgrounds in Sligo in this FAI Intermediate Cup Final. Can Cockhill Celtic make them pay? As McLaughlin now, who's had a real influence on this game since coming on, tries a long throw, it's headed behind, and it's a corner, and this is a steady build-up of pressure, Jerry.
Yeah, it is. And again, when I spoke about earlier on, it's all about the deliveries and these set pieces, especially this time, you know, and the movement of it, because obviously tired bodies and tired minds, and some fellas go asleep in terms of who they have to mark and pick up and track the runners, and this is a difficult period in the game. Cockhill need a decent delivery now.
Well, let's see if they can provide a decent delivery. Only 2 minutes left in this first half of extra time. And can they make their presence felt? It's into the near post, almost headed on, and well cleared in the end, but only as far as Bradley, who scoops it forward in towards McLaughlin now. He takes the ball down well, does really well in fact. McLaughlin now, he's done really well since coming on. Goes in towards Friel. Can Friel take it down? He heads it down. Tries to find McBride. Couldn't find him though. And here's an opportunity now for Rockmount, but they couldn't take the ball in. And he's disappointed with himself there as Cockhill continue to put the pressure on. If any team is making moves forward, it's definitely the Ulster Senior League club. As Bradley now towards McLaughlin. Well cleared away. And here's O'Donovan now, who could be forward, but that seems to have gone out of play. And it has gone out of play. As you might have just seen my face for a second there, I do apologise to any viewers, we don't want to see that. Bradley now puts the ball forward towards Friel, who's making himself felt so constantly, and he's heading on now towards McLaughlin, and they get the throw. Here's Cockhill Celtic once again, putting the pressure on. And listen to that crowd, they are responding here. Can they clinch their first ever FAI Intermediate Cup title? Well, getting the next goal, you do feel there's the one goal is going to be enough in this game. It's going to be a huge moment if they can get it. It's well thrown in. Friel is penalised though for a free kick. I think he was holding the Rockmount defender, and Rockmount get a chance to clear in the final minutes of this first half in extra time. O'Connell up to Casey, but he couldn't take it in, and Casey hasn't done much in this extra time period so far. Hasn't been given much of an opportunity, has he?
No, he hasn't. He's well marshalled with the back four of Cockhill. You know, Peter Doherty and Usher McCulloch have done really well.
This ball is cleared by Doherty out towards McLaughlin, who's been really positive since he's come on. He's trying to take the ball in. Does well, gets past Milo, and he's passed another one. He's passed the Hearn as well. Can he get the cross in? Can he find a cross? Keir Murphy goes across for his attentions, and he wins the corner. Brilliant from the substitute.
Yeah, he's done really well since he came in. Caused problems down this right-hand side. Really done well. He's got a couple of corners and free kicks out of it. So, again, another opportunity for Cockhill to deliver into the box. It's all about the quality delivery here and the runs off, and it's a difficult one to defend if it's a decent delivery.
And the big men are up from the back. McColgan, Doherty, they're all up there towards the far post now. Goes towards the back post. It's number 11 there, Stephen Duffy, the substitute, has just come on. He gets a chance to turn inside the area. It's just past the post. And that's a crucial deflection just wide.
It was, yeah, he did well with the feet to get a shot away, and a good deflection wide.
It's Cockhill making all of the plays forward here, and Rockmount are really hanging on here. The holders are hanging on. It's the Ulster Senior League club who have been making all of their presence felt here in the extra time so far. And can they take advantage here from yet another corner in the final minutes of this first half in extra time? As the ball comes in towards the penalty spot, headed away at the near post, but here's Duffy now with the shot. Christy McLaughlin more like. And it's fired wide, and that is the end of the first half in extra time. Jerry, it's been all Cockhill.
Yeah, certainly the last 5 minutes they have. It's funny enough, I was just looking at Jimmy Bradley in midfield, and Jimmy won't be my saying if he's not the youngest player that Cockhill have by any stretch of imagination, but you know, he's had to be shown and getting on the ball and linking the play. You have to say he's got really busy in there. And great credit to him. It's got Cockhill going, you know. Saying the wide players, McLaughlin out here has done really well in a wide area, and he's causing problems. They're just getting on top now, Cockhill.
1-1 here between Cockhill Celtic and Rockmount in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final. Been a fantastic occasion so far. We're going to be treated to another 15 minutes and see if the holders, Rockmount, can hang on. Just go around the grounds. We've been bringing you scores all day, and we're not going to stop now. It's full time in the Premier League. West Ham claimed a 4-0 win against Bournemouth, whilst Newcastle beat Tottenham 6-1. An incredible scoreline there coming from St James's Park. Barcelona are 1-0 up against Atletico Madrid in La Liga. A fantastic goal from Ferran Torres with the goal to separate the two teams at half time. Full time in Serie A, Monza beat Fiorentina 3-2 as Udinese claimed a crucial win against Cremonese. That pretty much seals the relegation of Cremonese, you would have thought, by now. Freiburg are 4-0 up now against Schalke. And that is in the final moments of the game, so that should be 3 points to Freiburg, you would have thought. It's pretty much full-time across Liga. Big win for Clermont Foot at Nice. And a 2-1 win. Montpellier versus Rennes has just kicked off. And that is still 0-0, 14 minutes in. Feyenoord are 1-0 up against FC Utrecht, 33 minutes in, so that's a potentially big victory if they can hold on there for the home side in a title race, of course, this year. And the score from the UEFA Women's Champions League, Wolfsburg and Arsenal, 2-2. Fantastic. Our very own Katie McCabe, of course, has started that game and is still on the pitch, and it's in the 93rd minute now. So 2-2 in the UEFA Women's Champions League there. But it's crucially 1-1 here. Cockhill Celtic versus Rockmount in the UEFA.
We are part of UEFA, Kieran.
That's the real. The Royal UEFA, yes.
I know it's right on the west coast of Europe, all right. That's where we are. So we're the furthest outpost of UEFA.
It's a beautiful setting, isn't it?
It's a great setting. It is a great setting. Great credit to Sligo Rovers to host it here.
Absolutely, yeah.
And a great occasion with the crowds. Really is.
The FAI Intermediate Cup Final. Let's see now, in this next 15 minutes, will there be a crucial goal which would separate these two teams? Or are we going to the drama of penalties? Will we be able to handle it? Again, thank you for tuning in today on FAI TV. Some fantastic amount of viewers on this live stream, so I really appreciate it wherever you're tuning in from across the world, of course. So Courtney now with the header, tries to head it down, and that is a free kick. He went in with his elbow there, and McColgan has conceded that free kick, and here's a big opportunity here for Rockmount.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who gets on this, because obviously they've some players that can take free kicks. Danny Ahern, Owen Murphy, Luke Casey. It'll be interesting to see now. Needs to get it on target, needs to work the goalkeeper.
Absolutely.
Not going to get many opportunities in like this in the half.
But it does look like it is a Ahern, and he's shaping it up to shoot. So could this be a big moment for Rockmount, and what a way to do it. Owen Murphy's also interested as well, but it does look as though it is Ahern, but Murphy then runs past the ball. Ahern now with a strike, and it's well over the bar, high and wide, and not very handsome from Ahern.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Rockmount, because an opportunity there to get a strike on goal.
And the crowd absolutely love that. You can hear like this crowd is vastly supporting Cockhill Celtic, of course, and they've really got behind their teams there, which has been fantastic to see. A real fervent atmosphere created here at the Showgrounds in Sligo, as Harry Darty looks to clear this in the second half of extra time. If you're just joining us, it was Rockmount who took the lead through Adam Crowley, but Lee McColgan equalised from the penalty spot, as Cockhill looks to get forward now, down the far side, looks to go into Friel, well cleared away, and that's a corner to Cockhill.
Yeah, again, Gavin Friel with a flick on around the corner to get McLaughlin in, really good touch. And again, another opportunity to deliver into the box.
It's a big opportunity here for Cockhill. They need to make these set pieces count. They've had a number of set pieces in extra time so far, as the ball goes towards the back post, in towards Darty, and it's flicked clear. In the end, it was flicked clear by Darty himself, and it goes for a goal kick. But big opportunity there.
Yeah,
for
just
Cockhill.
Peter just got caught underneath it.
Almost made his presence felt in the second half of extra time, as you look across the way to both of the benches, and all the players on the Cockhill bench are standing up. The tension is pretty much unbearable. Adam McCarron is the only one sitting down, and right he should, because given the shift he's just put in, and he's probably needing a bit of a rest after his fantastic performance in this FAI Intermediate Cup Final. As Courtney looks to challenge the ball, Milo then scoops it forward towards Casey. What can he do now? Casey looks to find Walsh, but he's going to follow up his own ball and looks to take it down, tries to play it in towards Walsh himself, but couldn't find him. So Keaton Murphy heads it forward, looks towards Owen Murphy, but it's headed by James Bradley, and now Cockhill Celtic have a chance to clear forward themselves. In towards the substitute Stephen Duffy, who's yet to have an influence on this match, except his one shot at the end of the first half in extra time. But the substitutes have really done well for Cockhill, you feel, and they've definitely had more positive influence in this match than Rockmount, as the crowd over on our far side start doing a Poznan by the looks of things. Fervent atmosphere here. Another Poznan. There's a throw-in on this near side. Chance for a long throw. Christy McLaughlin's coming across now to take the long throw as Peter Doherty goes forward. So this could be off the training ground here. Looks for the long throw in towards the near post. It's flicked on. It gets the flick on. It's almost. The shot comes in from Duffy and it's blocked on the line. It was blocked on the line. Duffy fired it towards goal, and it's a fantastic block in the end as Bradley now has the chance to put the ball back out wide. Cockhill continue the pressure. Ball goes into the box towards Duffy. Bradley gets the flick on. Doherty will retrieve it though. Can they keep this pressure on? Doherty does well. Turns away from Crowley. Can he get the cross in? Doherty, good ball in towards the back post. Luke Casey heads it clear. No, that's Walsh, in fact, towards McLaughlin. Keeps the pressure on, but just about loses the ball there. And that was better from Cockhill, wasn't it, Jerry?
Yeah, it was. I actually think it was Brendan who saved it.
Was it Brendan?
I think he punched it away. Yeah, really, point blank. It was a really good save. Really good save. Really good opportunity for Cockhill there.
This could be a pivotal moment, and the Irish Amateur International goalkeeper proving his worth there with a key save. A snapshot save, and really important as he has gone down, just taken a bit of the sting out of it. Might be a little bit of game management here from the experienced Brendan O'Connell. He's just taken a bit of time out from the physio, just needs a bit of attention after his fantastic save there.
It's and I was just thinking that they didn't have a whole pile to do today, Brendan, in terms of shot saving and all this sort of opportunities, but there you go, the concentration levels, because it's late in the game now. It's they played another 120 minutes and he makes a save like that. It's a great credit to him.
Absolutely, and he's kept attentive all game, and it's paid off for him there as the Cockhill Celtic crowds continue to get behind their team. They sense a victory, and right they should, because Cockhill have made all the running in this game, and you would feel that if they did get a winner, it would be deserved. Rockmount appearing just to try and hang on for penalties here. Eddie Kenny just seems absolutely exacerbated over on that far side. He's struggling with the tension of this Intermediate Cup Final. Both benches up on their feet, and the crowd really getting behind it. As we're going to the final stages of this game now, and it's McLaughlin who throws it forward, but it's headed back, and McLaughlin again gets it forward. Good battle going on in there. Owen Murphy does well. Finds Courtney now with a bit of space. Needs to find a pass towards Luke Casey. He does find a great tackle from Doherty, but Luke Casey gets the free kick, and the referee thinks it's Owen Murphy doesn't need to get involved there. Doesn't need to get involved, and it is going to be a yellow card for Doherty. The referee didn't like how strong that tackle was, and he's given a free kick, Jerry.
Yeah, I think he went off the ground. I think that was the free kick. That was the reason. He got the ball all right, but it was definitely. I think that's the reason it was a free kick was given, because he was out of control. So.
Well, it's 2 bookings there. Owen Murphy for his reaction to a bit of afters there, so he's gone in the book there. Owen Murphy's gone in the book. So that's 3 bookings we've had today, and it looks like it is McColgan as well. I think it is who's gone in the book. No, it's not. It's Jason Breslin, the substitute, has got in the book as well. So that's 2 bookings there. And so we've got 3 bookings during the course of this game. And now, crucially, a big opportunity for Rockmount. Can they use this better than the last free kick, which didn't go very well? You'd imagine they'll cross in from this position, Jerry.
Well, it all depends. They may well do that. They may get a strike. It all depends who's on it. Luke Casey is a great strike off him. Towards goal. I mean, it's the shoot here across in this one. We'll see how it's set it up. They've only got 3 in the wall, so bit of a tight angle, all right.
It is, and the keeper seems to be ordering that there's only 2 people in the wall now, so Bradley's moved away. Murphy and Casey over this free kick. Casey with the shot just past the post, and just as we were looking, that could have been crucial, but it was just past the post, Jerry.
What a strike! Inches by the post. Really great strike from Luke Casey.
That was absolutely fantastic from Luke Casey. He shaved it up. There's a bit of confusion in the wall there. They didn't seem to be communicating too well. The keeper was distracted by that. He was a bit late to move to what effectively was his near post, and it just went past the post. And it could have been a match-winning moment for Rockmount, but it still remains 1-1. As Rockmount get another free kick here, and the tension continues to go up here in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final. No one has left the Showgrounds yet. Everyone's looking forward for this game. And what a game it has been. As we go into the final stages now. Rockmount mounting late attacks now. Into the box. Courtney and Casey in there. Headed away though. Does well. Duffy now stands on the ball. And now Owen Murphy can turn away. Owen Murphy takes the ball. Travels with it. Tries to do it all on his own. But finds Milo now. Out on the left. Crossed in towards Courtney and Casey. He gets a little flick on. Rockmount will recycle the ball here by Walsh, and they get a corner, and this is good pressure from Rockmount.
Yeah, good play down the left-hand side. Owen Murphy did really, really well, and a great delivery from Milo in.
It's a real opportunity now. 5 minutes left, confirmed by my cameraman, Matthew Turnbull. He's put in a great shift today, by the way. Absolutely fantastic work from the man behind the camera for this FAI Intermediate Cup Final. As Rockmount look to score what could be the winning goal, as the ball goes into the back post and it's cleared away, but only as far as Owen Murphy looks to shoot, and that is over the bar, and he gets his sarcastic cheers once again from the Cockhill crowd.
Yeah, I think he just bubbled up on him as he went to hit it.
Bit more influence from Murphy as the game has gone on, and there's a nice little handshake there between two players, Murphy and Breslin, after a little bit of aggro from earlier. But Owen Murphy puts his head in his hands. He knows that was an opportunity. It could have been a match-winning moment. Luke Casey, Rockmount playing as good as they have in the whole game in these last couple of minutes, as the crowd respond to Cockhill Celtic. They need a bit more from Cockhill Celtic, and they're standing up for them, and they're wanting more from their team, and they're really getting behind them. It's great to see. What a final this has been. What an occasion, as the ball is up in the air by McBride. Doesn't know where the ball has gone, but he'll get the throw in. Breslin now, chance for him to take the throw. Goes down the line, far down the line. Chance for Duffy to cross, gets the ball into the box. Ahern gets it away, back into Bradley, who's been everywhere today. Breslin now, chance for him to cross with his right foot in towards O'Connell, and he collects it well. And you can sense the disappointment on the face. Jerry, I'm going to come to you in 2 minutes for your man of the match. That is going to be key, so get thinking about, hope your Opta stats are ready as well to prove your points and all that sort of stuff.
Well, I think at this stage you might wait for the penalties if it goes to penalties, because you know, it's a lot of good performances on this, you know. But when you look at the two goalkeepers, the two saves they made, you know, they've been pivotal in the game. So it's, if it goes to penalties, they could have really big roles to play.
Absolutely. We might just hold off. That's a good point. As they get the free kick, Rockmount, and the crowd don't like it. And he's not happy either, by the way, Eddie Kenny, because he thought his team had a chance to break forward there. The two benches are right up, and one of the officials from Rockmount there is screaming instructions onto the pitch, as Brendan O'Connell can come forward and get a long ball forward. And this is just a chance in the final moments of the second half of added time. There's only 3 minutes left. Every opportunity counts now. Head in hands moments over on that bench, Cockhill Celtic bench, and they are just willing their team on. They've had the opportunities, but the ball goes forward now towards Ahern, who does wow, shepherds the ball. Ahern now. Oh, he falls over, and that's disappointing from Ahern. There you go. That's the fitness there. Just maybe tallying a little bit here in the final stages of extra time. He did initially very well, but he just let himself down there.
Yeah, fitness levels now are, the players will be feeling it now really, because it's been a hot day out there as well, and they put a huge shift in, you know. So cramp and tiredness is setting in, no doubt.
It is a warm day here in Sligo, so that is a really good point from Jerry. That just slightly more humid than maybe would have been expected, and that is taking its effect as Rockmount prepare what you'd feel would be a final substitution. Maybe this is with penalties in mind. As Courtney goes off to the far side, and he is the player to be taken off. So Martin Connolly comes on, Courtney comes off, and you probably feel like that was A substitution with penalties in mind.
Yeah,
Jerry?
probably, a little bit more experience coming in. No doubt.
Number 17, Martin Connolly on the pitch then. So Luke Casey still remains up front as we go into the final couple of minutes now of extra time. Will we get one more chance? Will we get a match-winning moment? Or will it be penalties? As our cameraman starts creating new graphics for the potential of penalties. He's been caught short. Absolutely caught short by this. This wasn't in the plan. As Brendan O'Connell looks to get the ball forward. Can they get a final attack here, Rockmount? Or will it be Cockhill Celtic? Both benches tense, really struggling in the final stages as Cian Murphy clears and it goes up onto the stand, and that's another ball for the next door neighbour, who's had a profitable day, you would have felt, in Sligo today. Crowd have been urged on by the substitutes on the bench as the ball goes forward towards Friel, who's been fantastic today, one of the key players of Cockhill. Bradley heads it down back towards Friel, but scooped clear. Christy McLaughlin has been a bit quiet in the second half of extra time. Ball goes forward from Connolly, does well, finds the pass towards Casey, and here the ball goes out wide, and that was a poor pass from Owen Murphy. He'd be disappointed with himself there.
Yeah, he will be. Probably a little bit tiredness in that pass.
1 minute remaining. 1 minute. As there's another throw in here for Cockhill Celtic. They're being urged forward by this crowd. The flags are waving. They want one final moment. The ball was thrown forward, darted forward. 2 minutes added on at the end of this half. 2 minutes added on at the end of extra time. As Daniel Doherty puts the ball forward. Friel puts the ball into the box, in towards the back post. Duffy tries to take it in, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. And that could have been a key moment. But they just about survived, Rockmount.
Yeah, just a bit heavy on the cross over the head. Just ran out of space.
2 minutes remaining. Can we get a final moment from either team here in the Showgrounds in Sligo? Cockhill Celtic 1, Rockmount 1. No goals in extra time. An incredible final played at a frenetic pace, backed by a fantastic crowd. And it's been a real occasion for all concerned. But will we get a winner in extra time, or will we go to penalties? As the ball is flicked on in towards Luke Casey, but Casey can't control. It comes back out now, and they get another opportunity, Rockmount, to go forward. But he's committed forward there and does lose the ball. Friel scoots the ball up, and he gets the free kick. Oh, the crowd don't like that, but he's been put his head in towards the ball, and those are given in today's game for sure. Brendan O'Connell urging the team forward now, just looking for a long ball forward. He's coming forward to take the free kick, and Ahern will trudge forward and use some of the last of the energy reserves, you feel, and Crowley goes forward as well, and that's Cian Murphy going forward. This is a big job for opportunity. The old up and under.
They've sent their two centre halves forward, so they're looking for this. Obviously, they need important for them to win the first phase and get something out of it.
Long ball forward towards Cian Murphy in the area. Can he take it down? No, he can't. He goes behind for a goal kick, and that could be the final action of the game. Cian Murphy struggling himself there, trying to get back up, and he will get back up, and it remains 1-1 here in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final. Looks like we're going to penalties.
Now, a lot of tired bodies out here.
Yeah. And that is full time in extra time. After 90 minutes couldn't separate them. Extra time couldn't separate them. It's 1-1 between Cockhill Celtic and Rockmount. The support here for Cockhill has been absolutely sensational. And we're going to penalties. Jerry, what drama?
Yeah, I had a feel for it. It was going to penalties, especially during the extra time. But it was looking that way all the time because of the way the game was going. Very few chances, tired bodies. All down now to obviously the five takers, and then it's obviously a little bit of a lottery. It's probably all about a little bit of character now and bravery and taking responsibility. And obviously the two goalkeepers have huge parts to play. Now, both of them have made significant saves in the game, and obviously now they're going to be looked upon now to try and make a couple of saves in this
Well, two very experienced goalkeepers as well. You know, it's going to be a real battle between them.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Without a doubt, you know. And then again, it's also now players putting their name forward and you have to go and take one, to be brave to take a penalty. And it's difficult because, you know, you don't want to be the one to miss. You certainly want to go in and score, and you don't want to be the one to certainly, you know, miss and then lose the game because of it. You know.
Yeah.
Probably a bit more experience from Rockmount, because Rockmount have been here before. They've won intermediate cups where Cockhill haven't. You know, and it's you don't want to be the one to miss. You know, but look, someone has to win and someone has to lose. You know, but you need your players to be brave, and you know, when you go up to take a penalty, be brave and be, you know, your strong character kicks in then, you know, to make the best of it. You know.
Yeah. Well, there's a bit of a huddle going on between in Rockmount there, and conversations going on over in Cockhill as they do decide who will be taking the penalties. Also, we're looking towards the referee to decide which end we will take the penalties. I believe it will be to the right side of us rather than the left side. But we have an incredible occasion here. Rockmount and Cockhill Celtic have served up a fantastic Intermediate Cup Final. Just a reminder before we start the penalties, we do have the Junior Cup Final next week, so thank you so much for tuning in this week. We've got so many of you tuning in this week. Be delighted to have the same level of attention on next week's Junior Cup Final between St Michael's of Tipperary and Newmarket Celtic of Clare. So that will be a fantastic game down in Jackman Park. We will be bringing you a live stream of that match from Limerick. And we're actually in Limerick tomorrow because we will have a media event with Jimmy Carr and with Owen Hayes down in Limerick to promote that game. So do look on our social channels during the week as we look to promote that match. As a cameraman just goes onto the pitch weirdly, so I don't think he's allowed to do that, but that's fine. As we look to see who will win the toss and what end these penalties will be taken at, but no one has left the ground early. It is an incredible atmosphere here, and now we've got penalties to look forward to. The tension of penalties to look forward to. Looks like it has been decided, and that we will get the penalties down at the left side of the pitch. That cameraman definitely needs to move. He seems to do what he wants, really, doesn't he? He's just on the pitch getting the shots that we can't. It's Cockhill Celtic all lined up and ready. Doherty looks to raise the crowd, looks to raise the atmosphere and get behind the team. The flags are waving. Fantastic support from Ulster today, and the tension will soon be lifted because it is penalties to decide the winner of this match. Rockmount hanging on for a lot of that game really, and towards the end they'll be delighted that they've got to this stage considering the way the game was going.
Yeah, I don't think they played as well as they could have.
Yeah.
Certainly they know that themselves, but funny enough, on the crowd, this is actually when the crowd is going to make a huge difference, because as you can hear it, you know, Rockmount are going first. You know, they're going to make it difficult for the Rockmount players when they go up to take their kicks. You know, so this is when the crowd is going to be a huge value to Cockhill Celtic.
So Rockmount will go first. They get the crucial first penalty, and it will be Danny Ahern for the first penalty of this FAI Intermediate Cup Final. As he puts the ball on the spot, it's him versus Harry Doherty, and this for a crucial lead in the FAI Intermediate Cup Final penalties. Ahern fires it into the bottom corner, and fantastic opening penalty from Ahern.
Yeah, it sets the tone actually. It's a great strike. Even though Doherty went the right way and gets the right way, it was still a great strike into the corner.
Fantastic finish from Ahern, and that gets the thumbs up from the rest of the team, and he's absolutely delighted with himself. Owen Murphy just looks forlorn on the pitch, but he's been carried up now by Ahern as Friel now, who's had a fantastic game, as the crowd goes eerily silent for this Cockhill Celtic penalty. Friel says get them on level spot here. Can he make it 1-1? Friel lines this up. O'Connell with an interesting stance as he turns back towards, and it's into Friel, and that's under the keeper, Brendan O'Connell, and it's 1-1 in the penalty shootout.
Yeah, probably wasn't the greatest penalty. It was down, it was down to the right hand side, but Brendan sort of dived over it, but it was well hit from Garvin Friel.
Owen Murphy getting the attention from the crowd. Let's see how this plays out. He's been having a battle with the crowd all match. He's getting a significant booing from this Cockhill Celtic crowd, and now he puts the ball on the spot. And will he be able to deal with the pressure? Murphy steps up, takes it quickly, and he saves it! Murphy has his penalty saved. Doherty wins that contest, and it's advantage Cockhill.
Yeah, it was a good penalty. It was a great save from Doherty. It was at a good height for him, but a good save, and he gets right.
Still 1-1. It's a penalty saved. Owen Murphy's penalty was saved. Felt something had to give there. It was a good save. He maybe rushed the penalty slightly. He did seem to set the ball very quickly and just wanted to get it over and done with. And he's just been consoled by his teammates there. As now Peter Doherty's had a fantastic game. Can he take the advantage here? Doherty steps up and he scores. And it's 2-1 Cockhill Celtic in the Intermediate Cup Final penalty shootout.
Yeah, great penalty from Peter. As you said earlier on, Kieran, he's had a great game and it's a great penalty. Really cool.
And he enjoys the acclaim of the crowd, gives it the big thumbs up, and the crowd respond. And then Luke Casey now steps up. Luke Casey, been a pivotal player for Rockmount, Irish Amateur International, has had a huge year, breakthrough year you could say for him. Can he score the penalty and put him back on level terms? This would be a key penalty now. Casey steps up and scores wonderfully. That was a fantastic penalty.
Yeah, very cool from Luke. Yeah, very cool. Placed in the corner. Doherty wasn't going to get that one.
And it's back to level terms. Back to level terms in this penalty shootout final. And it is the substitute, Stephen Duffy, who's going to step up now. Duffy versus O'Connell. O'Connell tries to make a huge sound with his gloves there. As the crowd goes silent, Duffy to take the penalty. And he fires it into the bottom corner. What a penalty that is from the substitute.
Great penalty. Great penalty. Right into the corner. Real venom on the strike. No chance for the keeper.
Absolutely no chance for Brendan O'Connell so far in this penalty shootout. And it gives Cockhill Celtic a crucial lead in the penalty shootout as Ian Mylode steps up for his penalty. And Rockmount really need every penalty to go in now if they're going to stand a chance of winning this penalty shootout competition. Left-footed, Ian Mylode steps up against Harry Doherty. Mylode scores wonderfully, brilliantly, and he takes the acclaim of the crowd, justice the crowd a little bit. It's a little bit of back and forth, a little bit of needle. That's what we like. Fantastic penalty from Ian Mylode, but back on level terms now. 3-3 in the shootout. But this is a crucial penalty now. Christy McLaughlin steps forward. He has had a real positive influence on the game since coming on. Can he cap what has been a really good appearance from him with a penalty shootout score? He steps up, he saved it! Brendan O'Connell has saved it! The drama continues, and the Irish Amateur International goalkeeper steps up.
Well, there you are what I said about being pivotal. Both keepers have now saved penalties. I mean, to be fair it was a great strike on the penalty, but a great save down low to his left-hand side from Brendan.
Incredible
all to play
save.
For now.
Great save. Kept his attentions on it. Knew what to do. Went the right way. And we are seeing incredible scenes down on the Rockmount bench. So much tension down there. They're really struggling to deal with it. Eddie Kenny is on his knees pretty much over there as number 17 steps up. Martin Connolly, the substitute, is saved.
That was a great save.
Incredible. The substitute who came on to take the penalty has had his penalty saved, and it's advantage Cockhill once again. Incredible scenes here at the Showgrounds in Sligo. Rockmount have their second penalty saved. Connolly looks absolutely devastated, and right he should be. It's tough. It is tough on any person to miss a penalty in a final. And now they could win it, Cockhill, with this penalty. Corey McBride for potentially the winning penalty in this FAI Intermediate Cup Final. McBride fires it over the bar!
Jesus Christ.
Unbelievable! Can you believe what this final continues to serve up? Incredible drama here, and McBride fired it over the bar, Jerry.
My God, I feel for young Corey. Nice kid. Just got underneath a bit, leant back, and it went over the bar.
Oh, wow. What a final this has been. Continues to serve up incredible drama here. As we look towards Owen Murphy struggling on the pitch there, he's just not dealing with it very well. But here's Cian Murphy now, crucial penalty for Rockmount. Cian Murphy sets up and he scores, and Rockmount have scored the penalty here, and this is absolutely incredible. Great penalty in a tense moment there from Cian Murphy.
Yeah, great strike.
You're seeing it, you might be seeing this stuff just off camera. I think the Cockhill now have to decide who is going to take this penalty, and it is Bradley who will step up to take this penalty. And Brendan O'Connell is going to take his time to go in position. A little bit of gamesmanship here. This is where it all matters. All these little moments, little tension, and then Brendan O'Connell starts to walk towards the Rockmount bench. Is completely cleared. So is the Cockhill bench. It's an incredible scene here, really, in the Showgrounds in Sligo, and this warm, wonderful day, as Cockhill look to score a decisive penalty here. This could, if Brendan O'Connell saves this, it would be key, as it hits the bar, and Rockmount have sealed the FAI Intermediate Cup, as James Bradley misses his penalty, hits the bar, and Rockmount have consecutive Intermediate Cup titles. Incredible scenes here at the Showgrounds in Sligo. The Cockhill Celtic players have fallen to their knees. Delirious scenes on the Rockmount side. What an incredible final. Rockmount, consecutive FAI Intermediate Cup Final.
Yeah, great achievement for Rockmount. 2 finals in a row, but heart bleeds for Cockhill, because they were excellent on the day. They did really well, and I know there has to be a loser, but they were excellent on the day and really represent their club well.
Absolute heartbreak for Cockhill Celtic, and to lose it in that fashion on penalties by missing the key penalty there. Bradley, unfortunate for him, he was at the media day with us, and heart goes out to him, really. So passionate about the club, and Gavin Cullen has done a fantastic job there to get them to this stage of the competition. The first time ever an Inishowen club has got to this stage of the competition. First time ever Cockhill Celtic have got here, but unfortunately they were defeated through penalties, and Rockmount will be going back to Munster tonight, having claimed their second FAI Intermediate Cup title in 2 years. An incredible achievement from everybody at the club. Well done to Eddie Kenny and his players. And Jerry, I'm going to go to you for the player of the match.
Yeah, it's been a great game with some great performances. Cockhill, I mean, the keeper Doherty was excellent, I have to say, throughout. Made some crucial saves. Brendan O'Connell in goal for Rockmount made some great saves as well. Garvin Friel did really well up front for Cockhill Celtic as well. But throughout the game, and he took the first penalty by Rockmount with Danny Ahern, and he set the tone for it, and he never stopped going, never stopped winning balls and playing and getting down, and he had a great performance today. So man of the match is Danny Ahern from Rockmount.
Danny Ahern from Rockmount claims the man of the match award. Jerry, you need to go down there and help them present the man of the match award. Thanks for being here on FAI TV today. Thanks for joining me, and getting more of Jerry Davis next week, of course.
We'll see you next week for the Junior Cup Final. Looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Looking forward to that one. So thanks very
Kieran.
much, Jerry. Rockmount, the winners of the FAI Intermediate Cup, and we're just going to have the pitchside presentation as Jerry goes down to help with the presentation. That door slam was very loud. I do apologise for that. But thank you for joining us on today's live stream. We've had incredible numbers on the live stream today, so really appreciate it. A 4-3 win on penalties. Incredible. 4-3 win on penalties for Rockmount as we look to get the presentation underway. Danny Ahern, the man of the match, and a fantastic achievement from him, and fantastic from the Rockmount players who are fully celebrating that now. What an incredible final. 1-1 in normal time, 1-1 in extra time, and then 4-3 win on penalties. The Ulster Senior League club being defeated by the Munster Senior League club as the Cockhill Celtic supporters stay behind and support their team. Fantastic support from Cockhill Celtic supporters all the way from Inishowen today, and they've stayed for every minute of the game as we look to get the pitchside presentation going. Rockmount winners once again. Incredible achievement to go all the way through the competition. Did well to beat Douglas Hall in extra time in the first round, and they've come through the likes of Usher Celtic, a 4-3 winner against Usher Celtic, hotly favoured Usher Celtic as well, who've just reached the final of the Leinster Senior Cup, so that was a big victory for them. And then they also, of course, came through some really tough ties, Kilbarrack being one of them as well. Cian Leonard is over there on a stretcher, and he is now getting jumped on by his teammates as Jerry McInerney, the FAI president, El Presidente, goes out onto the pitch to start the cordial proceedings and the FAI Intermediate Cup here at the Showgrounds. Cockhill Celtic obviously very deflated after all of that. A few players still heads in hands as they look to get the presentation began. Frank Gavin, competitions manager, Jerry McInerney, FAI president, out there to present the medals to the teams, and the man of the match, Danny Ahern, to receive his award.
So our first presentation is the FAI Player of the Match Award, and the man of the match for the FAI Intermediate Cup Final is number 8, Danny Ahern of Rockmount.
Danny Ahern getting the acclaim he deserves after a fantastic performance from him. Jerry Davis obviously picked the man of the match, and he presents him with the award there, getting booed by the Cockhill fans, but I think in the spirit of things they would definitely agree with Jerry's choice. Danny Ahern, ever present in that match, very important player for Rockmount, and did really well.
Our next presentation is to the match officials who did an excellent job today. Please put your hands
And rightly so, the match officials get good acclaim here from the crowd. Did really well managing the game. So just a little shout out to referee John McCarthy, assistant referee Sean Boyd, assistant referee number 2 Mick Hughes, and of course the fourth official, Mick Gallagher. Great work from the match officials today. Fantastic work from them. Respect the ref.
Thank you to the match officials. I will now ask the runners of Cockhill Celtic Donegal who contributed.
And here are Cockhill Celtic, presented with their medals, led by Gavin Cullen. The manager has done such a good job to lead his team to the Intermediate Cup Final. Just fallen short at the last hurdle. Very unfortunate for them, but someone always has to lose in the final, and unfortunately it's their turn today to do so. But it's been a tough game, and Lee McColgan there shaking hands with his Irish Amateur International teammates. Great to see. Game played in a good spirit. A bit tense, of course, like any final is, but you can see that it's after it's all ended, it's right in the right spirit from both teams. So, warm round of applause from the crowd who have travelled down from Ulster today for Cockhill. So here are the winners. Rockmount FAI Intermediate Cup winners. Once again, an incredible achievement from everybody at the club to be able to win consecutive Intermediate Cup titles, and they are absolutely delighted with themselves, and might they should be. They've dominated football in Munster. Eddie Kenny has put together a really good side, and Luke Casey, Owen Murphy, two fantastic young players leading that team. But with the experience they also have with Adam Crowley and Cian Leonard, and no more so than Brendan O'Connell. Eddie Kenny and Brendan O'Connell just having a chat there over on the far side. I think his kids have joined him on the pitch there. They are absolutely delighted, and might they should be, as the presentations get almost finished there. There's a look on the other side. And I think we're going to get the trophy lift any moment. And once we get the trophy lift, we can finally let you go from what has probably been the longest live stream in the history of the world. The FAI Intermediate Cup winners are Rockmount. They are the winners of the FAI Intermediate Cup. Congratulations to everybody at the club. A fantastic achievement. A fantastic final. 1-1 in normal time. 1-1 after extra time. And then 4-3 win on penalties. An incredible drama-filled game. Fully dramatic. Fantastic to have so many people watching across the world. Thanks for tuning in today. You've been on FAI TV. Come back to us next week for the FAI Junior Cup Final between St Michael's and Newmarket Celtic. Congratulations to everybody at Rockmount, and commiserations to everybody for Cockhill Celtic. Thanks for joining us today here on FAI TV. I've been Kieran Crowley, and see you next week.
Safe journey back to wherever it is you're going to, and hope you had a good day in Sligo. You're always welcome here at the Showgrounds. So, congratulations again, and commiserations. Safe home.